What's up, folks? Don't send no super chats for this one. I couldn't turn it off with the StreamYards and can't figure out the settings things right now, so don't send none. But let's watch. This is why old dudes, especially in their 70s, should not be on the internet. What's up, Mike?
Why are you crying, Kate?
Oh, this stupid commercial.
What happened?
What do you think happened? All right, here's a video that Lee Bundy made about 2 to 3 days ago, and it's just this video, guys. Yeah, I couldn't turn the super chats off. Don't send none. This was a video here that was very concerning to me. I don't believe men in their 70s who are not stable should be on the internet. This guy was literally telling me just even a few hours ago in Kane Shade's chat that this is a war, not a... Yeah, I need ad blocker, Cosmo. You're right. I don't even know how to get it. He was telling me this is a war, not a battle. It's like, dude, it's no war. It's just YouTube. He just doesn't get it. But this is a very disturbing stream. It's called Who is Mob Rats and Why is He Here? So it's basically like a dry doxing stream, basically. Like, this old freak just wants me gone so bad. It's pathetic. And the things he says in this is amazing. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so most people aren't going to be able to hang with me tonight, but I got to get through this and knock this out. This is disturbing.
About me. He did a 3.5-hour show this morning.
Disturbing.
And all his little weirdos that follow him, including people that say they're my friends, but they're not.
So he's mad because the other night when I did that all black stream, he's seen like guys who used to watch his channel in there, and he's just seething over it. Do you think this is the way to get them back? Like, do you think this is going to win them back by insulting him? He insults his chat. And if people just push back a little, he insults. We'll watch it, though. It's insane.
They're in there. And, of course, the queen bee herself. You know who you are, Angel. These people are all together. Don't you understand that?
Tinfoil hat time.
They're coming out with things from my past. Okay.
I didn't come out with nothing from your past. People dropped the info on my page. And I'm not trying to dox you. And I'm like, well, you already got your name out. You can't dox public people. But I'm not trying to harm you in any way. You're trying to dox me. And so they can torture my grandparents and my elderly aunt who makes me tendies. Are you crazy, dude? And accusing me of working for people. The same people were doing that to you. And he accuses me for trolling his page and downvoting it. I didn't do that. I didn't sicken nobody on your page. John Wolf and those A-Light trolls were attacking your page for weeks, dude. That's not me, you old freak, man.
You guys have to understand. You come to a gangster site. You come to a site where people have done bad things in their life. That's it. You know, and then they bring up your past like, oh, look what he did. Look what he did. I've done a lot more than that. And this is what I can say to Mob Rat right here.
Hold on. Anthony, why would you even ask something like that? Why would you ask a question like that? Like I would ever tell you, like, stupid questions get stupid answers.
Mob Rat, you're a coward. You did your show today, and you spent the whole show talking about me. You did the show before that, and I told you to take down my show, and you wouldn't. So I
don't send no super chats, please, folks. I couldn't shut the super chats off, but sub to Justice and Tech Pros channel. Make sure you guys are all sub to his channel. Drop your link if you want, man. I'm sure these people are subbed, but drop it. And if you're not sub to it, make sure you sub to it.
And you made a shitload of money that night that you're not getting now. And you remember when I came in and I asked you to take down my stuff? You remember what you said to me? You said, I'm not going to take it down, and I'll battle you, I'll fight you, and I always win.
I never said that. He thinks because he gave me a copyright claim, Uncle Junior thinks because he gave me a copyright claim, like, see, all he does is watch super chats. He's a fucking money grubbing fucking freak. He's like, you're not going to get that money. Dude, a copyright claim is not going to stop a super chat. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not a strike, dude. It's only a copyright claim. That means that this video cannot be monetized, and I don't care about that. Who cares? You're so worried about money and so jealous of other people that it's very sick. It's very sick and demented, and it goes to show what kind of human being you are. A lot of people give him a pass because he's this old guy. No, listen, you don't think bad people grow old? This guy is not a good person. He has no integrity, no loyalty. He'll turn on anyone. Wonder why his son kicked him off his YouTube channel. He must have been insulting the chat. He's insulting the whole mob genre. He calls it genre or whatever. The whole mob genre. He's insulting everybody in there, and he thinks his show's going to be successful. This guy's nuts. Cuban's funny. I got to pin that.
You didn't win. The shit was taken down.
No, it wasn't.
You got the $100, the $50. Why people give money to trolls is beyond me, but it is. Now, you guys, you come here to watch these videos. It doesn't matter who, whether it's Sammy or whether it's Jimmy. You know what we all have in common? We all have a past. We've done bad things in our past.
And you're still doing bad things. You're trying to dox people. And he's like, you're a troll. Yeah, I'm a troll. But just because I'm a troll, does that does that justify you doxing me and giving my name to people, which you don't have anyways? And you've lied to your chat 5 times about that. It's bizarre.
You know, and that's just it. We've done bad things. We've done time. We've gotten in trouble. I was a fugitive for 9 years when the law was chasing me. And now you got this guy, Mob Rat.
Mob Rat's exposed.
He comes on with his little duck in the corner, StreamYard. You know why that duck's there? Because he doesn't even have the decency to pay his duck bill.
The duck bill. But in another minute, he's going to say he does it too sometimes. What a hypocrite. He's so worried about people's super chats and money. It's sick.
And you hear him lighting up his cigarette. It's obvious he's sitting in some basement somewhere and he has a sad-ass life. And this is his life. He admits he's a troll.
Yes, 100%.
So here we are. We're out here. You know, we're showing our faces, telling you everything about us. And then you got this sleazy.
That's your choice, though. My choice is, listen, like I said a million times, I would not be effective of bothering and getting under these rats' skin and calling them out. I wouldn't be effective if I showed who I was, because Ale and his army of simps would torture my old family members.
He trolled. That people think is funny. There's nothing funny about him. He's a coward. He won't even show his face.
Show your face!
And he doesn't show his face because this is what he does.
Show your face!
He has a bunch of other people that are with him, and they're trolls. What they are is a bunch of lonely people in their basements. They have nothing to do, and they all troll together.
I might be in an attic, Lee.
And they go after people's sites. They attack people.
Nope. We don't attack people's sites. We didn't attack your page. You're retarded, dude. I attack rats. I'm attacking you because you're a rat collaborator. You collaborate with the rats, and you're trying to dox me personally and like hurt my family. So I have every right to do this video. And you can give it a copy claim. You can give it that. Jesus Christ.
You remember when he came on here and he said he's against the rats? But what's he doing right now? For the last 4 or 5 days, he's just been trolling me. Nobody else.
Not true. I did an A-Light video the other day.
I think it's funny, dude. I love when you troll me.
But you asked for it. You made a video about me. You called me on there, slandered me. I abused you. And now you can't let it go, Uncle Junior. After I do this video, make an apology or don't make it, or just don't mention my name no more, and I'll leave you alone. I really will. I'm out here for the rats. But when you call me out and make lies up and try to dox me, I have to abuse you, Lee. I have to, Lee Bundy. Amber Alert, Amber Alert. Who's in that bathroom screaming, help me, help me. A kidnapped woman.
You're not getting to me. Then you go and you find stuff from my past. Oh, I was in a car chase.
I didn't find it. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody sent it to me, and they sent it around to everybody.
Cops. There was a beautiful woman in the car. I got arrested. Oh, I had a $5,000 bill at a hotel. Well, this is a criminal site. People come on here to listen to our stories. We have real stories. Troll, you have no story.
No, I don't. I don't have a story. I don't. That's why I'm a troll, you idiot. I have no story. I don't say. Do you hear anything about me? I might talk about the 3 dogs I have. That's it. You don't know nothing about me. I don't say nothing about me. I'm irrelevant.
And I'm not going to call you rat no more. You're a troll. That's what you are. You're an absolute troll.
Yes, thank you.
And then he goes on his show today and he says, well, fuck Lee Cole. You know, he ain't nothing. We're not going to do nothing. You know, he ain't shit. He's Mr. Festa. He's an old man. But you know why? Why did you spend your whole show for the last 4 shows talking about it?
Because you're a low-cow. You're a low-cow. You know, low-cow is like a laughing cow. You're a low-cow. Like, you're low-hanging fruit, yes, but when you attack me, I have to defend myself. So you started this, Uncle Junior, and everybody knows that. So I'm going to end it right here and just leave it alone, Junior.
If I'm nothing, why are you spending all your time talking?
Because you're trying to dox me, faggot.
So people, you have to understand, Joey, you're right. Mob Rat is a joke. He will disappear. He's going to come here and cause all the trouble he can. And Angel Gotti, she's right there. She's there.
Here's the tinfoil hat again. But when Angel was watching your videos, people were saying the same thing, and you were denying that. This guy's just such a hypocrite. He's not an intelligent man at all.
To the whole thing. She even has a wrench from him.
I gave her a wrench so she can drop a link. That's it. She has no wrench in my chat. Like, who cares even if she did have a wrench? But I took it away so people don't say those things. You know what I mean? But Lee can't help it. Tinfoil hat.
Angel Gotti, your father was a gangster, not you.
She doesn't think she's a gangster. My hypothesis is the lady's defending her family. Why wouldn't she defend her family? Ridiculous.
Your father destroyed the mafia.
Not true.
It was him that brought down the Gambino family.
That's not true neither.
So thank you, Diamond. It's really
This guy's
appreciated.
nuts.
It's him that brought down the mafia. Do you think it's normal for you to be a 60-year-old woman and being in every one of these chats?
Says the 75-year-old man.
Every one of them.
She's defending her family. Like, what the fuck?
Day and night. And then you got your 2 clowns with you. Casperosa? He's fucking weirdo, man. Have you guys seen that? And yesterday, you're going to have your other buddy. I'm not going to mention his name because
you're scared of him, and he talked about Colorado. He's dead scared. Mob Talk Radio bodied this guy. He put this mummy in a coffin.
He apologized to me and took down the video.
I don't believe that.
He knew what I was going to do to him.
Yeah, okay, Lee. I'm light a cigarette, Lee.
And then you call my videos boring. You know, one thing I know is that the people that come in here and
Your
watch
videos are boring. The only reason you have views right now is because of the drama. Once the drama goes away, your channel goes away.
this. Watch it for a reason.
Well, you might hang on with like 20 viewers.
Jason T, what happened to Cane Shade? Cane Shade was all talk. That's what he was.
No, Kane Shades had some integrity, and he didn't want to mess with the A-lights, and he wasn't approving the doxing.
He used to sit here and say, I'll ride with you till the wheels fall off. I didn't realize they were bicycle wheels. When it got tough, he got running. That's the reality of it. I'm not going to pull no punches.
This guy's nuts, dude.
He's just a kid from the streets. It's an older guy now. That's who he is.
Wow, this seething old man is the internal victim. Baby Huey is the internal. Look how angry he is. Look how angry this old man is. What an angry, seething old man.
Carmine Cucci. Oh, I like that name, Carmine Cucci.
Ugh.
But you won't admit that, everybody's lying about her family. Anybody that says anything negative about her family is lying. They live off their father's name. That's their life. That's what they do. They live off their father's name. Whether it's Junior, Angel, that's what they do. It's like, you want to come after me? You come after me, but I'm pulling out both fucking guns and I'm coming out blazing.
What's that even mean?
Yeah, I got a criminal past. So does Johnny A-Light. So does Jimmy.
Yeah, your new friends. Yeah, Johnny beats women too.
Does all these?
Well, you don't beat women. You just kidnap them.
Well, they all got criminal passes. So you're gonna pull my criminal pass up and think it bothers me?
I didn't pull it up. Someone gave it to me, dude.
You fucking rat.
He just said in the beginning of this he wasn't gonna call me a rat no more. Wow, old man seething, can't help it.
You're a lowlife dude.
Hey, Raging Fire, what's up, brother? That's my buddy from the Durkee verse. He's got a pretty funny channel too.
A pathetic lowlife. You can keep doing videos about me. Are you mad that I took all that money away from you the other day?
Look at this.
You put that little video up and I asked you to take it down. You were making all that money.
You didn't take no money away from me. Do you know how YouTube works? A copyright claim. It doesn't take super chats away from me. I don't care about that shit. That's why I told people do not donate this stream. Don't send nothing. Don't.
Because these foolish people send your poor ass money. Yeah, poor ass. You can't even afford your StreamYard. You got a fucking duck in the corner. You're using your free StreamYard, dude.
He does the same.
You have everybody fooled, but you don't have me fooled.
Because he's so smart. Because Lee's smarter than everybody else. He's smarter than everybody.
Gotti, you're using him like you tried to use me. And when you couldn't use me, what did you do? You sent your little bitches after me. I smacked the shit out of one of them, and he shut the fuck up. He let me know. Called my fucking house and said to me,
look at the anger in Uncle Junior. Look at the anger. This old man is insane. Wow.
Oh, please don't come after me.
I don't believe that. Yeah, like, I don't know who I think he's talking about Mob Talk Radio. I'm not sure, so I can't say, but I don't believe that. You were scared to death of him.
That ain't nothing. Because I'm a mean motherfucker. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, we can see.
Guy. You call me an old man. Oh, you call me baldy. You call me fatty. You go right ahead of it. You go ahead, do it. But you know what the reality is? You wouldn't say it to my face. And this includes you, Mob Rat. You're the biggest coward of them all. You're nothing. You just sit in your fucking basement like a little coward.
Yes, and eat tendies in my basement. I love my basement with my tendies. My aunt's house is so comfy and cozy. Me and my dogs have a wonderful life in this basement. My auntie makes me hot cocoa, chicken tendies. It's a wonderful life.
And right now, you're the flavor of the month.
What an insecure man.
For Angel Gotti. This is sick.
This is retarded.
This is sick. This whole thing is sick.
This guy thinks like I work for Gotti's. That's just retarded. People were saying the same thing about him. He is just such a hypocrite.
What do you get? How sick this whole thing is? You come in here and you want to insult people and talk about it. Yeah, Zama Solio, this is funny. It's not funny.
Oh, yes, it is funny. Depends. It's very funny, Uncle Junior.
About this little troll that has a station. Oh, I'm sorry, you said station. The old fuck said station. Yeah, he has a station. Or a channel, whatever you want to call it. And then the big thing yesterday is, we found out about his something from his past. Yeah, you found out about my fucking past, you fucking asshole. I was in a fucking car chase with fucking cops. I was in a car chase with fucking bounty hunters. How about you, you fucker? What did you ever do in your fucking life to even deserve to be in here talking to any of us that fucking lived the life?
What life is he talking? He's claiming he's a get. You what life? And no, I never did criminal stuff. You know, nope. Sorry, I'm not cool like you, Lee. I never put a woman in a car and didn't let her out because that's what you were charged with, kidnapping.
Thank you for that better state.
He got see that? He got $5. He must be thrilled.
Man. You come in here and you act like a tough guy. Oh, I'm the mouse. I'm gonna go after you.
I don't act like a tough guy. I never said I was a tough guy at all.
Dude.
I just said I verbally abused you, which I did. Twice I verbally abused you on stream. People can go watch the videos. I verbally and intellectually picked you apart and made you seethe. You were seething with anger.
Come after me, bitch. Because that's what you are. You're a bitch. You ain't nothing. And your little followers, or the people that pretend they like me and they're up there kissing your fucking ass, fuck them too. This show's not going anywhere. Unless one of you fucking computer whizzes want to try to take it down.
No, we don't do that. We don't flag channels. I don't like people who flag channels. I think that's a coward move.
I can't stop that. I'll just open up another one and bring up another one.
You're self-imploding, old man. And he wears the same dirty blue shirt every time. Do you bathe? Do they take a power? Does your son take a power washer and wash you off like an elephant?
I'm having a blast.
No, you're not. Look at your eyes. You look like you're going to fucking stroke out like the dude said in the chat. This Elmer Fudd, exactly. That's a good one. Elmer Fudd, man. Hold on, let me pin that.
You want to get ugly? We'll get ugly.
Where is it?
Sandra and Luciano, let me tell you something. I'm not settling down.
Watch him attack
This
the
is who I
chat.
am. If you don't like it, go watch the mouse.
Look how insecure.
You know, they have tried so hard to take your station.
He is Baby Huey. He's going to say, we didn't take your station night. They tried so hard to take my station down, WPRO 1929. We didn't try to take your station down. What are you talking about, you seething old fucking freak? Baby Huey, meathead. For such a big head, his brain must be large, but it don't work. He is not an intelligent man. He's not clever. He's not witty. He's a boring old fool.
Down. I mean, just channel down.
How
I'm going after
angry.
my like and dislike button. Before I even open up this show today, I had 30 dislikes.
That's not from me.
That's trolling.
The John Wolf, you're wrong. I'll go pick your video and show where you said John Wolf and ALH trolls were attacking you already. That was happening to you before you ever picked a fight with me, Pops.
Trolls out there.
Lee Bundy.
That's what he does. One of his trolls admitted she was an activist. So not only that, they're activists.
Yeah, she's an activist. That's right.
So you probably have these liberal freaks
Nope.
sitting in a basement that hate life.
I don't talk about politics, but I think anybody in this room can tell I'm no libtard.
And hate everything. And this is what they do. People coming in here to insult me, insult away because I know you're part of this team.
Look at the conspiracy and the paranoia. Look at them eyes. Look at the hate and the rage behind Pappy's eyes. Look at the hate and the rage and the envy, the jealousy.
Does it bothers you that I'm sticking up for myself?
Dude, everybody knows you brought this. You started this. You told me to come on your stream and you picked a fight with me and said you were going to dox me. Said you knew who I was. All these filthy lies, dude. I'm not making lies up about you.
You guys want to go, you know, this guy, like 4 days now, 4 days. He comes on this morning, which means
Aaron Lewis, the Simpson Hussies channel.
5 o'clock in the morning, you start the show, whatever, which means he has no life.
How does that mean I have no life? Do you know my work hours?
So he probably looks like Casperosa, one of those guys. He probably looks like.
Who does he to insult anybody's looks? Look at this guy. Look, baby Huey. Look at him. He looks like the hills have eyes. Some fucking weird fucking hillbilly rapist from the mountains of West Virginia near Durkee Castle.
You know, they're all a bunch of fucking weirdos. They're all real fucking ugly. They like to call me ugly, but you know what? I got a beautiful fucking woman.
I've seen better heads on lettuce, Lee, and you don't have a beautiful woman. Just last week, you told us your girlfriend broke up with you and left you. You couldn't get laid in a woman's prison with a fistful of cigarettes. We all know this.
I live in a beautiful fucking house.
Look, bragging, more braggadocious, egomaniac.
And I made mistakes as a criminal. There's no doubt. I was a criminal by the time I came out of my mother's womb. That's who I was. I grew up poor.
Just because you're poor doesn't mean you have to be a criminal.
11 brothers and sisters.
Look, poor me. Poor me.
Yeah, Carmen and Coochie just scored. They are extremists. They are extremists, exactly. If they are on Discord, they're extremists.
So, folks, if anybody's on Discord, you're an extremist of what kind? I don't know, but Lee knows everything. Listen, Lee is the one who found the Rosetta Stone, honestly, and broke it down. Seriously.
They don't realize.
A smart man.
Extremists among us. That's what they are.
The guy over here, Carmen Caucci over here, he called him Carmine Coochie. What the
So,
fuck?
you know what? I'm going to go down fighting. If I go down.
You're already down, Lee, and you don't even know it.
I might go down in this world of computers. Anon, no, I don't believe in Anon. I don't believe in any of this political shit. They all hate us. All
no, he meant anon, meaning being anonymous as someone like not putting your real name up when you come in the chats. That's what he means.
Can't stand us. We're a bunch of suckers. That's what we are to them. I don't stand for no side. Politics is so corrupt. They don't care about us. Thank you so much, Gary. I really appreciate it. They don't care about us. But, you know, he has this little group over there. And a lot of people that come in there.
Hold on. What did, Chris, you wanted to come on? I'll let you on. Hold on. I'll drop the invite. And when you come on, you better pay me that $20,000 that you told me you were going to pay me. And I want those 40 gold bars from the Spanish galleon that you found off the coast of Florida last year also.
There and watch that and laugh. They do that because they have no life. They think this guy is funny. I'm guilty. I went in there when he first came out and I watched him and I thought he was funny.
And you praised
me.
You praised me for weeks. You praised me. I made you bend the knee, Lee. You bend the knee. You praised me. You kissed my feet. You shined my shoes. You verbally shined my shoes.
Nico don't take no crap from anyone, including girls.
You just kidnapped some.
That's funny, Gary. Let me tell you something. I've never hit
What's this?
a woman in my life.
No, you never hit a woman. You just kidnapped one. Chris, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? How are you? Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Can you just send me that 20 grand right now? I need that 20 grand. I'm only kidding. You watching this? This
What's
guy's
up, bro?
fucking nuts, man. Nothing. I wanted to. He made this video a few days ago. Who is Mob Rats and why is he? It's really just like a dry doxing video. You know what I mean? Like
a dry doxing. That's funny.
Literally. Like everybody go try to find out who this guy is. If he had my name, he thought I was you. Believe it or not.
My favorite one. He said. What did he say? I made mistakes as a criminal. Like what? That we're supposed to feel bad because he sucked at at shoplifting. What does that even mean?
An eternal victim, dude. Eternal victim.
I recorded a podcast with Angel a little while ago, and we gave you a shout out. And
thanks, man.
She thinks the world of you. I'll tell you that. And but we'll probably release it tomorrow. But thank you so much for having me on your show. I do appreciate it.
Yeah,
And for doing what you're doing. You know?
I hate these rat bastards. I hate them all.
Lee Cole. I want to get this guy's paperwork, man. I'm sure there's something interesting in there.
He is a pure maniac. The anger in him. No, we're gonna play it. If you want me to stop it, just say stop it. All right. If you want,
to do you? It's your show, man. Do you?
No, I know, but usually I'm gonna bring somebody on. If you want to comment, so just say stop it. You know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fighting and stuff. You know, but then they say, I kidnapped the woman. Fuck you. That woman's part of my life to this day.
He did kidnap her, though. His charge was kidnapping, and he says it's not. It's just amazing.
Well, what was he convicted of it though, or was
he was only charged with it, but it pled down and it was dropped. Yeah, it was pleaded down, but the original charge was that though.
I'm going to get the paperwork and we'll see. I'm sure there's all kinds of fascinating things in there.
Yeah.
So you can say what you want and do what you want. Check this out, people. It's right there in the story. I'm in a casino, surrounded by cops. They're looking for me. So we come out. We get in the fucking vehicle, take off down the street. I got 2 bounty hunters chasing me. This is right in the
the bounty hunt is out.
They were competing over him. Midnight Run.
Yeah, Midnight Run.
2 bounty hunters and cops. Do you have the balls to do that, you little bitch?
He belongs with the A-Light brothers. He belongs with them. He's part of the same tribe.
Yes, he is.
What's that thing on his face? That's not a birthmark. I don't know what that is. What does he have? Like a magic marker or something?
It might be a Cheeto, like some Cheeto dust or some fudge. Maybe he was indulged in some Ben and Jerry's or something. Because look at this blue shirt. He wears this every stream. You can't lie about it.
He reminds me of George Costanza, except for George Costanza got women and had friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza gets caught on video at the tennis match, eating ice cream. And it's dripping all over his shirt. That's what it reminds me of.
Don't play my shit. I'll copyright you again.
It's a copyright claim.
Play your own shit. You've been playing my stuff because you can't play. You can't make it.
He's making videos about me and saying who is he and saying that he knows me. It's just retarded.
This guy built his channel off of my shit, off the Johnny Like Facts website, reading the articles. It's so who's he talking about? Oh, you copyrighted you built your channel on copying people's stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I stream other people's things, Yeah, that's what I do. This guy's just so mad and it's all over dumb little jealous super chats and dumb shit like that. It's bizarre.
He's butthurt because Angel wouldn't go on his show. That's really what it comes down to.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
They have hours today. You got 1,000 people watching your thing. 3.5 hours.
He knows everything about it.
Watching you are the sad little people.
Wow.
And if people don't like what I'm saying today, oh well, tough shit. This is my show. I'll say, you support MRE, so
look at blocking people.
That's it. Yes.
He blocks so many people in this.
This is my channel that they've been trying to destroy. All of them.
Look, conspiracy. It's a big conspiracy. All of them. They're all trying to. No one's trying to flag his videos or nothing like that, man. I didn't even have people downvote it. I didn't.
Lee the failed shoplifter Cole. That's really what he is.
Associate Angel Gotti, Chris Casperosa, the guy I won't mention. The guy I was going to do a show on yesterday. And this clown, MRE, calls himself. He's a joke. If you watch him, if you go into his thing and sit there and think he's funny, he's not funny. Because you know why? He'll be coming for you sooner or later. You know why? Because he's an activist.
What did he say? What
He says, I'm going to go after the people. Oh, so all your people in the chat, I'm going to come after you. I don't know how you do that anyways. These people don't have channels, most of it. It's bizarre. Because I'm an actor. I'm not even an activist. Like, I don't even know what he's talking about. He's talking about my buddy Tanya. Like, he's retarded, man. He's just so angry and so jealous of everything. Like, he watched that whole stream and was seething when he woke up. It's bizarre.
Oh my God.
That's what he is. Oh, look. I support MRE. Another one. Snitches copyright claims. Yeah, you damn straight. You use my shit, I'll put a copyright on your ass.
I'll put the cops on your ass.
This is my show. This is me. This is my stuff. Get your own stuff.
What a hypocrite.
Yeah, Carmine, that's the funny thing. He says
this is the funniest thing because he says he thinks this guy's name's Carmine Coochie. That's what he said.
Oh, I'm just a stupid old man. But yet he's doing all his shows on me. You know what that means? That means I'm in the sorry motherfucker's head. That's what it means. He's obsessed. And it's because I'm fighting him. I don't back down. He doesn't like that shit.
Wow.
He's used to being in charge and being in control. Him and his little hooker from fucking
she's not a
Russia.
hooker. And she's not even from Russia, man.
They're used to being in charge. And what's his thing today? That John A. came on and asked me if he can come on my show.
That was planned. That was planned. You're a rat enabler. Yes, you are. And that was planned. I heard he was talking to A-Light for days before this too.
There's some things I found out, but I'm not sure if I can release it. But this guy's, I'll say this guy is a total creep.
Yeah, isn't he nuts?
He's a creep.
And A-Light's just going to use him and dump him. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what A-Light does. Yeah.
I don't know what he thinks he's going to do for him. It's amazing. He was talking so much shit about them. He would never deal with them. I hate rats. This is a non-rat station. Rat free. Rat free.
You know what? Wow. But you know what though? Like I've interviewed cooperators, right? And John A-Light makes these guys look like honorable citizens. You know, that's really what it is. He just like calling him a rat is almost like an insult to rats. You know, I don't even know how else to say it, but.
Yeah, A-Light stoops to levels like that no one does. Family, children. Yeah. He's brutal. He's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Is he pissed because John A-Light won't go on his little show? Who would I go on a show for a guy that doesn't pay his StreamYard bill? You can't pay your StreamYard bill? I'll tell you, man, this is a joke. You know, he could sit there and make fun of any of these guys, whether it's John A-Light, he calls Jimmy Calandra, wears a rubber helmet, and then he goes into Jimmy Calandra's room, and Jimmy goes, "Hi, how you doing?"
This is not true.
He says you wear a rubber fucking helmet, and you say hi to him.
Oh, I thought he said I said hi to Jimmy. All right. I lit a cigarette, Lee.
So today, Angel Gotti was in his room.
She was in your room too. Like, what the hell? This guy is just insane and obsessed with peas. But like you said, he is so butthurt that Angel Gotti did not go on his show. That he turned and maliciously just like he's so vindictive and spiteful.
Can you imagine him at like the school dance in like the 6th grade or something? Just like trying to spike the punch or something because they wouldn't dance with him. Like, who knows what this guy would have done? So.
Oh, yeah, dropping pennies on the floor and looking up skirt. Yeah, he's a creep.
The wrench.
Look, the wrench.
Lee beneath the bleachers cold.
Angel comes in every show. She used to come in mine. She'd be here through the whole show. But once I didn't kiss her ass no more and I seen through her games.
Lies.
She didn't care anymore.
Oh, so he's admitting he kissed her ass, you know? Like,
yeah,
so.
and he even said the only reason he talked to her because of the prestige of the name. So he has no integrity, he has no morals, and nothing to stand on.
You know, guys like this have no friends. You know, they're opportunists. Nope. They have no friends. They go where the wind blows. That's exactly what it comes down to.
there's no one, and we're like, Lee, I don't say anything about myself, but I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school, and high school. I still have them friends to this day.
Yeah, and the older you get, the more appreciative you are of having friends like that. Like, wow, this is dope. We've been friends for like 30 years. Like, this is actually like a really cool thing, you know? Yep. So
I bet you he can't say that.
You guys have to understand. Okay, wait a minute.
Dr. Phil, someone said.
Yeah, you damn straight I'll delete my messages. If you come in here and you write nasty shit, you get it deleted. You know why? This is my channel and I can do that.
He needs power. Like he feels powerful.
He's got nice headphones though.
I'm not right now. I got monitors in there. They're doing this. So people who are being erased right now, you're writing probably nasty shit. You're just erasing it.
Those monitors are a bunch of simps and cucks that are going to leave you, Lee.
You have to understand that.
Oh, they might be like maybe some of it. I think he said he had a couple of people in there from his son's channel helping him out, but I don't know.
This scumbag.
Look how mad he is.
So wait, what's this guy's deal? I read something that he had a beef with Vince McMahon from the wrestling. You know what the stories with this guy?
I know a little bit about it. I believe, like, very sadly, his brother was like a young guy, and like there was some like wrestling dude, some creepy wrestling dude that told him, "I get you jobs and come to the wrestling." He kind of like, I think he hurt his brother, like sexually molested the brother or something, and the poor guy committed suicide. And then he like sued McMahon or something to that level. I don't really know too much about it.
And doesn't pay his StreamYard bill. That guy. The little duck in the corner. You can't pay your StreamYard bill. $25, dude. You can't.
Well, for the record, Lee, I never ever paid a StreamYard. I always got the 21 hours free. But the other day, I ran out of them, and I said, "Fuck it, I'll buy a month's worth of them."
Pay your StreamYard bill.
But he admits that he did it to watch.
Attacking people.
Attacking rats, Lee.
This is amazing. I'm gonna have fun with you.
No, you're not.
I'll make every show about this retarded guy that sits in the basement.
Well, that's all he's got now. After he does the video with A-Light, he can only stay alive with drama, and there's only going to be people watching him just to see the drama, you know? That's it.
Pretends he cares about people. Pretends he wants to go after the rats. He doesn't want to go after the rats. Why is he coming after me? I never ratted.
Yeah, you tried to dox me.
Needs to be seen.
Yeah, and he tried to dox me, and like he lied about me. Said I was different people. He's trying to dry dox me now. Like have people try to go out and find out who I am.
You know how you can tell this guy's a fraud? He's got a sign that says "Baseball is life" behind him. When's the last time this guy played sports? He even went for a walk around the block. Really, I mean, look at this guy. I mean, if he went for a walk, he might not have that thing on his face, you know. So
the shirt's classic too. Every show he's ever had, that shirt has been. It looks somebody painted it on him or something.
4 days in a row, you got a show about it.
That's not true.
Because you think that I'm some old guy. What do you call me, an old man? He doesn't like old people. That much.
How don't I like old people just because it's like this guy called me out. He slandered me, called me a rat, so many vicious things. And so when I respond to this video, which I'm doing, he's attacking me. Like,
oh, you know what? This is probably a good time to say it because not to take away from what he said about you, but he's calling you a fake tough guy too, isn't he? Because that's what I went on his channel. I saw he was calling me like a fake tough guy.
Yeah,
and everything.
I never said I was a tough guy.
Yeah. Neither did I. I mean, maybe I did when I was like a teenage idiot, you know, maybe then, but like a lot of teenage idiots. But I don't pretend to be that at all. But he's saying about me, because I confronted A-Light down at the courthouse where he was being sued for defamation and harassment for. I don't know. One of the things was lying that somebody was molested by their mother, right? But he's saying, "Oh, you would never say that to A-Light." First of all, John A-Light is a protected federal witness. So if I was to go looking for him, like where he hangs out at some cafe, he'd have me arrested in a heartbeat. So I went there because one, he's saying online, "Oh, he's a fake tough guy. He's a computer. He would never say these things to my face." Well, John A-Light. I have to go to where you've posted you're going to be publicly because you refuse to meet me when I ask you to meet me. So it just, John A-Light is the fake tough guy, really. So.
Yeah, big time. I seen what you did to him. That was hilarious. You abused him with that camera. That was great, man.
Yeah, it's like the encounter was like 6 minutes, and I never even posted the whole thing, but maybe soon we'll see.
You should.
I might be there to say that. And God forbid. So he doesn't like old people. He admits that. He doesn't like fat people. He admits that.
What the fuck is he talking
You see all
about?
these things that they're putting out about me with these like me pissing, standing on the toilet pissing, a bunch of shit out there.
Well, what do you expect, dude?
That means someone is walking. They care. That's why they're doing this.
I made my friends made memes on him. My buddy
Somewhat.
Nicky Juice and Larry
Yeah.
Pogo Sticks makes memes for me, and I post them. And he can't deal with it. That's why I made this video. It says a 74-year-old man should not be on YouTube. He doesn't understand it. He don't know the culture. He can't deal with it.
When somebody asked here, the mayor of Munchkinland, Donald Bobby Coleman said, hold on. Somebody said here, where is I look? Station manager said, how tall is A-Light? Well, A-Light, they said in his book, I think 3 times that he's 5'8". Like George Anastasia wrote that. Anastasia, that scumbag, that lying scumbag. He says, "Oh yeah, he was only 5'8", but he could handle himself." I'll tell you one thing. Outside the courthouse, I didn't notice it because I was in the street and he was on the sidewalk, and so he was automatically a few inches up. But the lawyer who was suing him, Elio Forcina, really great guy, but he said afterwards, he's like, yeah, he had platform shoes on in the courtroom. I was like, really? Platform shoes? Like he was it was like he was wearing shoes to make himself taller. And then I looked at the video. I was like, "Oh shit, he's got these big heels on that he's wearing." I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's like De Niro shoes. I heard De Niro does that.
Yeah, the Irishman, the Albanian.
Jesus Christ!
Nuts.
Insecurities.
Oh my god!
But what they don't understand is I'm nuts.
Look, now he's trying to act like he's
Shit if
crazy.
they're coming after me.
Yeah, he does.
This man came after me for 30.
He always does
years.
this.
30 years.
Vince McMahon went after him for 30 years. Did he say that?
This jerk.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Vince McMahon is a billionaire who could crush this guy in a heartbeat if he really wanted to.
Exactly.
Hear about him? Are all his little weasels that are there watching his show?
The same people that were in his chat. Nice. You're not going to win them back by doing this.
I got almost 150 people watching me live right now. And what did he say? He said, "Oh, his show will be going anyway."
Listen, he might have 150 people watching, but he's got 10 upvotes and 70 downvotes, and none of them are my trolls. If they were my trolls, I would let this motherfucker know.
What? Somebody said James Mahalda said 5'8". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. He's not 5'8". He may be 5'6.5", maybe. He ain't 5'8".
No, those platform shoes bring him up to 5'8".
Maybe.
Yeah, ain't it? Maybe.
Day now. Then he says, "Don't unsubscribe him though, because I wouldn't ask nobody to unsubscribe."
No, I don't.
You're asking people in your own little retarded way.
What's that even make sense? I told people don't unsub to him, and I don't get mad if people go watch him. I don't care. This guy is such a seething maniac.
So I'm going to tell you, you do more shows on me. You can do one every fucking day.
No, he wants me to do one every day, but I won't. I'm just responding to this.
He looks like a guy who screams at little kids in the street.
Yeah, he's a mean old man. Yes, angry grandpa. Angry grandpa, 100%. The Knoxville shit. Angry grandpa.
Found the big thing, my past. Okay?
He's mad at that, but he's trying to people to hunt me down. This guy's amazing.
You have a past. You have no past because you hide. You hide like a coward. You are a coward. You're a pathetic coward. And people that pretend my friend, please, you're not my friends, dude.
He's saying that because a bunch of people that watch his channel were in my stream talking to me. You know what I mean? And he's just turning on them, insulting the chat. This guy has no clue how to run a YouTube channel.
You're as pathetic as he is.
Wow.
And he will come for you, too.
How would I come for somebody in the chat with a name Funny Man? Hey, Funny Man, look out. Funny Man, I'm going to come for you, dude.
Here I got one for you. People are commenting in the chat that A-Light's telling the story. Here, Joe Blue said, "You guys hear A-Light might be coming out of retirement to protect his kids from some Gambinos." There was
I heard
here,
about
Alpine
that.
Skies. Listen to John Panisi's latest podcast. He tells the full A-Light son fight. Basically, what happened was, without getting into it and putting people's business out there, A-Light tried to get loud with somebody on the phone, and the guy basically punked him over the phone and said, "Well, come down here, see me right now. Or this is where I work. Come by any time." And he didn't show up because he's a fake tough guy. That's the long and short of it. So,
well, yeah, I watched. I didn't watch the show, but I'm going to stream that show where they talk about that maybe tomorrow or the next day for sure. Because I heard a little about it that the son was chased or something. I'll do it tomorrow.
I'd tell you off the air what happened, but
yeah,
I don't know if certain people want it out there.
Look at him drink his coffee.
What's better than a good?
Is there even coffee though, or is he just like drinking out of an empty cup? Who knows with this guy?
And it's some Jack Daniels in there.
I'll give you a perfect example.
What kind of tea?
Tea. He thinks I'm like some leftist, like activist. He's compared me to Ellen DeGeneres. That's insane.
Even if you were a leftist, what does it have to do with him being a creep?
Yeah, no kidding. But he don't even know me, and he makes all these like allegations. And then when that's what happened, I debated him. He would throw like something out there, and then I would say, "Give me an example, prove that," and he can't, and he just goes insane and yells and makes things up and cries. The eternal victim. He's the kind of guy that cries and screams as he stabs you in the back.
See, woke has no friends. Woke is not even a person. It's this thing.
I am woke.
And it goes after their own too. Look at Como. Como, very woke. They went for him. They're gonna get.
Is he comparing me to Chris Como or Mario Como? This guy's nuts.
They don't want him in office. They don't want him ever running for president. And I despise Como. So woke turns on everybody, and that's what this rat is. He turns on everybody.
Yeah, and at the beginning of this video, he said he wasn't going to call me a rat.
He'll eventually go for the other people. And people say, "Well, look at me. I'm always fighting with somebody." Yeah, I'm fighting with people because these motherfuckers are phony, man.
No, that's not true. He turned on all of his friends. He turned on anybody he talked to. He's a rat lover. He's a sick bastard.
They're the biggest phonies going. They've been doing this forever. They talk about John A-Light and they talk about Gene.
Wow.
They're worse than them.
Look how the song changes and the tune changes. Like, you go watch this clown's videos 2 weeks ago. He was bashing them guys in every way possible, saying he would never this guy has no credibility whatsoever.
He looks like a Halloween mask.
He does, ain't it? He's one creepy looking motherfucker.
Gene and John will say, "We're rats. Yeah, we ratted." But that little fucking creep in the basement, he never had a rat. You know why? Because he hides in his basement.
That's right. I love my basement. My aunt keeps me nice and warm down here. She pays all my bills. She makes me chicken tendies and cocoa. Me and my dog's got a nice life in my aunt's basement.
He doesn't show his face because he doesn't want you to know nothing about him. So that means that he is hiding something about him. That he does not want to show himself.
I told this little freak a million times that I wouldn't be effective if I showed who I was, because then A-Light and them are going to troll my family, my old family members, and fuck with them. Like, this guy's retarded. They done it to him. He's talking to these guys who made Instagram pages about him with penises in his mouth.
A-Light, instead of coming to see me, because he knew where I was, he has my phone number, right? He knew where I lived. And instead of coming to see me, he tried to bother my family. This guy, he called my uncle at his office, right? And lied to his secretary, and I threatened his daughter. Like, jeez. What? Like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, what?
And he did the same thing he did to Kanasi to you. He said that you were molested by your dad. He was molested by his mom.
After Jeff had a falling out with him, Jeff wrote articles on Facebook, just saying that A-Light's a liar and, telling what he knew about him, etc. And A-Light threatened him, if you keep writing like that, he left him a voicemail. If you keep writing like that, your brother's gonna get a visit. I'm gonna visit your brother. And George Anastasia is gonna set it up because George Anastasia. I don't want to put their business out there, but George Anastasia knew Jeff's brother. And long story short, Jeff didn't really take it serious. And then Jeff said, like the next day or right after that, he got a text message like, "Who the fuck is John A. Light, and why did he call my office 10 times?" You know, this guy's despicable.
Yeah, see,
He's gonna bother people's families, dude. Like, really? Like, what?
That's
Like,
why I don't show my face, because I don't want my elderly aunt tortured and my mother and father.
So you're Batman, basically.
Yes.
No, because in the movie in Batman, he says, you know, I wear the mask, you know, so they can't get people close to me.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And I troll people. Before I started trolling the mob rats, I trolled scammers on YouTube, people who rip
Good for
people
you.
off and shit like that. You know, this guy, Dirky White. Me and a whole troll community of, no, not trolls, just people exposing him, you know, but they don't show their face. Because this guy was ripping people off for 10 years. So we don't show our faces because we're more effective, because our family can't be harmed. I'm sorry that I'm more clever than you, meathead, or you don't like that. This guy's nuts.
Battered the shit out of him. They're like, why isn't this old man going away? Because this old man's crazy.
The crazy act. Oh, I'm crazy. Don't mess with me. You're not crazy. You're retarded. Big difference.
This old man likes a good fight. And you're giving him a good fight.
No, I abused
When
you.
I was young and I used to get into fights, I lost a few. But they always knew that sometime I would get it back at them one way or another.
What a
Whether it's
coward.
using this, whether it's using this. They always knew that. Some people are just meant not to sit back and be abused and shit on.
Well, you created this abuse for yourself. You're doing it. If he didn't do this video, I couldn't be doing this video right now, you know?
Shit, this rat. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep calling him a rat. He's a troll.
He's such a
He is.
senile old fuck. So I think dementia is setting in on him. He's in his 70s. Dementia must be setting in on him, because he was on his son's YouTube channel and his son kicked him off it because I think he was yelling and threatening all the young people that disagreed with him and shit. The son must have been so happy to get rid of him.
He is. He's a troll. And did you ever notice when people go in there and they defend me, he attacks them? Why do you fuck you? You go you defend this guy right here and stuff.
No, your buddy Cool AC was attacking me and arguing with me in the chat, you freak.
Troll, I'm going to tell you this. You make fun of John A. Light. Personally, I don't like John A. Light.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Then the next thing you know, he's gonna be asking John A. like, you know, for $100 for a Spirit Airlines ticket to fly him to Jersey to be on his podcast. You know,
Listen, at the end of this, A-Light comes in and he puts his comment up. It's sick.
oh god,
He's 10 times the man you are.
Wow. John A-Light is 10 times the man who you don't even know who I am, number one. A-Light is a vicious creature, human being, a disgusting human being, a woman.
he hangs out with pedophiles.
Yes,
Pedophiles. What else is there to say?
yes, that's all you have.
What else is there to say?
Michael Blue Trick, the Parsons, all pedos. Like, they wrote his book,
Oh.
first draft.
Well,
Show your face.
First draft of his book, Michael Blue Trick wrote it. And Michael Blue Trick, I don't know if he was convicted for it, or the feds got him off it, or what happened.
no. I'll break it down for you. John Parsons is, to protect ourselves legally, is an alleged pedophile. I pulled his paperwork. He has over 24 arrests on his record for drugs, stalking, all kinds of shit, like petty theft, all of it. In 1995, he has over at least 12 felonies that I know of. In 95, he was arrested in like a 5-count indictment. One of the charges was sexual assault of a minor. I think he pled out to an obscenity count in that case. I forget the details of it. He pled guilty, I think in 2010 maybe, or 11, to sending naked pictures of a teacher to the school where she worked. He was arrested in 2017 for allegedly uploading child pornography to the internet. And meanwhile, in 2018, while that case is still going on, A-Light has this guy leave me an anonymous voicemail. You know, it's I think you heard it. It was in the video.
Yeah.
But and meanwhile, he has this guy Parsons is, you know, publicly making threats against me on Facebook, or whatever. And A-Light saying, "Oh yeah, the youth need to hear from John Parsons. And guys like this, I'm gonna have him speak to kids in schools with me." and it was just like what? And long story short, I got this anonymous voicemail in March 2018, and I played it for a couple of people, and almost immediately the voice is identified. And I Googled him. I didn't know who. I had no idea. I just got this voicemail. I didn't know who this was. And I remember I got it was like a blocked ID coming in, and I was like, yeah, this is probably one of fucking A-Light's tools over here or whatever. And of course it was.
And it was.
And I Googled his name. The first thing that comes up is the child porn arrest or whatever. It was recent. It was like, well, I don't know, 10 months before. It was recent. And I look up his Facebook. I see this guy making public threats. He's gonna get the Latin Kings after me, and wise guys from Philadelphia are gonna come after me. He's gonna show up to my mother's house and all these things. And I'm just like, yo, what is this? But I was like, you know what? Let me do my homework on this guy, and I found all these court cases. And when the time was right, when I had all my ducks in a row, I just called the guy, and I was like, and I got basically because I wanted to make sure he was the same guy in the paperwork, and he acknowledged that it was him, and he didn't like that I called him and threatened me this and that. Long story short, in the end, he ended up apologizing to me and telling me that A-Light his minions told him all kinds of lies about me, and showed me proof of it, frankly. But
I heard that. Friends of John A-Light. I heard that that phone message they left. He sounded like a drunken freak. It was fucking weird. Real weird.
Crazy world.
Nothing. You hide like a coward. The coward you are. And that's what you are. You're a coward, dude. I could sit here and I'm talking right now. I'm doing a show and you said it's boring. But my watch time is almost 30 minutes.
Oh my God, him and the watch time.
And that's why you're not.
He mentions that every time.
You want to get rid of me. But I have real followers that actually follow.
I've got more subs than you. I've got more subs than you. I've got more subs than you.
I think he's got a little more subs than me. I don't even know. I think he does, but it's just like.
It's like, who gives a shit, Lee? You still suck as a human being, bro.
Yeah, and people are just watching you for the cringe and the fighting and the drama. That's it.
They show. And they watch sometimes the whole show.
Look at him wiping the spit off his face. He's seething so bad that he's wiping the drool and spit off his lips and his beard.
Yeah, my dog is such a better looking person than him.
Amen.
I don't like to mock people for things they can't change, but this guy, what do you call this, fake tough guys? Meanwhile, he's butting up with John A-Light. So
he was calling us ugly people, which you don't even know what I look like. But I think he called you ugly or something like that. It's like, wow, dude! I mean,
this guy could obviously go to the Walmart behind his trailer park and get some clippers to trim that beard, but he doesn't want to do it. So
he looks fucking like Elmer Fudd. He really does.
On me forever now. We're all caught in this middle of a battle between John A-Light and Angel Gotti.
God.
That's the battle.
That's the battle. I know everything.
For 7 years now.
Big baby Huey, freak.
Angel Gotti got mad because John A-Light wrote a book and used the name Gotti.
Wow. You can just go watch his videos and he double talks.
And whether or not, John A-Light was part of John Gotti's life. They were friends.
Like I said, I can pull up videos with him saying the opposite thing. Somebody out there who edits videos or whatever, make a YouTube channel, cut up all of his double talk, and I'll push your channel and get you subs.
Burns her up. That just burns her up. But why is she burned up? Who is she? She was nothing.
Oh, was she supposed to go out and kill people? What was she's like? She's sticking up for her dad. What was she supposed to go out with a 6-gun and go shoot people like this is the old West? This guy is insane.
Staying at home while her father was out there putting his ass on the line.
Yeah, Angel, you should have been out there with a fucking Tommy gun.
Oh, you want to hear a story when I posted John Parsons' paperwork on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So it was March 2018 that he called me. I believe this was in May when I found out when I got all the files and everything. Long story short, I was like, you know what? Fuck. It was like 10 o'clock, maybe a Tuesday night. And I was like, I'm going to post this paperwork. And the stuff from the sex assault arrest of a minor. I posted some of it on Facebook. It was a little after 10 at night, maybe. And then I was thinking in the hours afterwards, I was like, did I go too far? It was almost 4 a.m. I was like, did I go too far? What if he was innocent or something was wrong with that paperwork? And then right at that time, I get a phone call from him at like 4 a.m. He's like, yeah, I'm down the block from your house. Let's go have coffee, whatever. I was like, was it what? And I was like,
wow.
Long story short, I went outside with a shotgun, and I was like, but he wasn't there. And then later on, I told him there's more to the story. But later on, I told him I was like, I'm waiting for you, bro. I got a shotgun here. I was like, come see me. Like, and then long story short, he says he's gonna press charges on me. He's like, you just threatened me. I'm sending the sheriff to your house. I was like, what? I was like, what?
These
like,
people are fucking insane. Somebody asked, where's Chris's channel? I'm gonna drop the link in a second.
Oh, thank you.
And then she comes in this room. People are like, oh, Angel Gotti said here. Because her name's Gotti. I got an idea, Angel Gotti. You've been married a couple times. How come you
look at this low life?
Because you knew that name is who you are. Because you want to live off that name.
Wait, what did you just say about her marriage? What did you just say?
He said that she should not use her name. She lives off it. He's just insane. He's insane.
You know what? Angel Gotti is a beautiful person inside and out. And he did a show with Jimmy A. Light, right? Jimmy A. Light gave me and her brother, we interviewed him at length. He gave us over 100 hours of information, I believe. And you know what? He kept going on and on saying that he wishes Angel Gotti, he had somebody like that in his family as his sister or whatever. So, you know what? Maybe we should release that part of the interview.
Yeah, if I was you, I would release those interviews, man. That'd be great. I'm going to drop the link in the chat to Chris's channel. Make sure all you guys sub to it. Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
Just make sure you give me the 50 grand you promised me after the show.
I pay Monopoly money.
That's cool. I love Monopoly. Because that's what this nut is trying to say. And remember, the A-Light people were saying the same thing about him a week before. So he has no credibility. He's the biggest hypocrite. Like Stevie Wonder can see through this, literally.
You guys know that. I made the mistake to get in with her.
He's made a lot of mistakes, but that's not one of them.
Other channels bad-mouthing me because I didn't buy into her shit.
She didn't go on nobody's channel bad-mouthing him. It's another lie.
That's what it comes down to. You know, we come on here, we want to hear good stories.
No, it comes down to that she didn't want to go on your show, bottom line. And you fucking are spiteful. That's what it comes down to. This guy's insane.
Thank you, Thomas Miranda 59, for subscribing to my channel.
Plain and simple. That's it.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Angel Gotti came onto my show, and she was supposed to be on one of my shows. And then someone came in and said, how about the guy that she murdered, that her father murdered? That
she murdered. He just
killed her brother.
He just can't stop. He can't get nothing right. He called his he used to call his co-host different names, and the guy's name's Kane Shades. He would call him Game Shades and Shades Kane. Like he's got to have signs of dementia. I see signs of dementia. Signs of dementia.
But I'm not coming on your show now because that man said something bad about my father.
Well, it's her dad. Wouldn't anybody stick up for their father? Like anybody with Jesus.
Maybe Christ. Lee wouldn't. I don't know, but the looks of this, so.
Yeah, ain't it?
It's head of the Gambino family. He is the man that he is the man.
He can't even talk. Look, stuttering.
The Gambino family.
And he's an authority on that.
Yeah, he's an authority. Listen, he's right on everything. He knows everything. Like this guy was, telling the chat. He knew.
Like Sammy Gravano, Michael DeLeonardo, all those cooperators who gave information. No, they had nothing to do with destroying it, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And destroying technically means that it's gone. Well, according to the government, it's still there, so technically it wasn't destroyed. So
this guy thinks he's a expert on everything, and he's never wrong. Never.
When he went to jail, when he got done,
and he's a passive-aggressive bitch. Well, just last week he was saying how great now he says John Jr. is a moron. A week ago, he was saying he was a good, classy guy, a family man. He loves his kids. All this shit. He's such an ass-kissing phony. And Lee, that's why people don't like you and respect you, and they unsubbed, and they think you're an ass clown because you're disingenuous. You're a liar. You have no character, no integrity, nothing.
What do you think? How do you think this guy answers the door on Halloween when kids come? Like, what does he give the kids? No, I'm serious. Like, what does he give them? Like a handful of M&Ms? Like what does he give them?
If those kids knocked on that door and he opened it, they would turn around and run. And I believe he shuts his leg off.
An egg.
Get toilet paper his house. That's old man Lee Cole, Lee Bundy. Let's get him. No, he wouldn't give a kid candy on Halloween. No way.
They've never been in charge of the game.
He's angry 24/7. This guy. He's angry 24/7. He should go hang with Ralph Natale. Honestly.
Oh, God.
Oh, Ralph's dead. I think.
Nobody understands.
The world's better off if that's true.
Yes, it is.
What did
I
John
think
Gotti
it's true.
do? He destroyed it. And the fact of the matter is,
He don't know nothing about mobs. The other day, somebody said, "How did Phil Rizzuto rise in the Petriarca crime family?" Phil Rizzuto is not in the Petriarca crime family.
The baseball player, or the what? The announcer? Who's that?
Yeah, he meant, well, what's his name? Vito Rizzuto.
Vito Rizzuto.
Yeah, he meant that, but he said Phil Rizzuto. Phil Rizzuto was the scooter. He was a shortstop for the Yankees in the 1920s, Lee. Jesus Christ. Baseball is life. You didn't even know that.
no one knows how much, but he did snitch. That's the reality of it.
He didn't snitch because nobody went to jail. Nobody got arrested. Like, that's like a rat is someone who puts people in jail and gets people arrested, right? Like, that's not a snitch, man.
Well, according to the government, according to one of the cooperators they used at John's trial, Dominic Sicali, who was said he was a captain in the Bonanno family, he said the whole thing was a ruse, and it was approved by the bosses of the Gambinos and the Bonanno family. So, who knows what really happened, So.
Yeah, well, this guy will, like I said, whatever way the wind blows, now the Alates are his friends, so he's going to badmouth anything that resembles the Gottis and things like that. He's just a immoral.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't have. I don't know. Nobody knows what they would do if they're sitting and looking at.
Oh, Lee would tell on somebody in a heartbeat, I bet.
But they wouldn't believe him, though.
No, yeah.
But let's stop trying to make everybody look like heroes here.
Watch how angry he gets in a little bit.
The government,
that's why I had to play this.
I'm John Gotti.
Because he's so angry. Because he woke up this morning. This is the morning that he woke up and seen the video that I made and made fun of him in, and he just went mental.
Actual Angel commented, Lee ratted me out. He did rat her out. He put a business out there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I consider that a rat. Also, if somebody tells you something in confidence and you break that confidence, that's ratting them out and being a double backstabber. Somebody tells you in confidence, you keep it. No, you think anybody would trust him right now? He wants to be this interviewer. Who the fuck would ever trust him and tell him anything after they would just seen what he'd done to all these guys that he called friends and that were on his show as co-host? He attacked two of his last co-hosts. Attacked them.
You know what? It's I don't know if I can say Angel comment if I can say what was going on with this guy recently, but what we texted about.
It don't matter what the fuck your name is. It doesn't matter whether you're John Gotti in prison. And he spent those 6 years in.
I want to get to where he talks about me.
That's
he
why
goes
the kid got
off.
killed. No, that's not what happened. The kid got killed because.
Look at him bringing up a little 12-year-old boy. This is really disgusting.
Yeah, he belongs with A-Light. Well, you know what? Shout out to Dominic at Korea and Justice Tech Pros. They do important work. But shout out to Dominic. But
he's got a real good channel. That guy. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. But good guy. This guy talking about her dead little brother. He's just always a girl. He belongs with A-Light. He belongs with them. It's part of the same tribe. So
that's just unbelievable. A little boy who passed. Oh my God, this guy's brutal.
okay, so Angel said he keeps calling me and I won't answer. Told him to speak to my attorney. I didn't know if I could comment on that or not. But long story short, he kept trying to call her and text her, and she basically said, speak to my attorney. Here's his number, whatever, right? And he kept texting her, trying to call her anyway. After, no, I got to speak to you. You'll understand why. And she was like, what is this? What's wrong with this guy? And
well, he did kidnap a woman before.
No. I can tell you what it is. He's trying to tape record her for the A-lights. It's probably what it is. So he can play it and and trying to set people up. And
yep, I believe that totally. A-Light probably set him up to do it because they've been talking behind the scenes. Because when he pops in here at the end, he's like, "Oh my God, look, John A-Light's here, and it's the real him. Why didn't you think it was a troll? You know what I mean? A week ago, you would have said it was a troll."
Yeah, no, he's gonna play tapes of A-Light, of Angel on a podcast with A-Light. That's what he's going for. So,
but once he can't produce that, A-Light's gonna dump him. You know that. Yeah. So that's why I think he was trying to get a hold of her so desperately, so he can show. Look, I'm being a good little simp, Johnny A-Light. I'm a good little simp.
These other shows all start attacking me.
That's a lie.
I know Johnny A-Light. This was planned. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Johnny A-Light just decided that he seen me talking and wanted to come do a show. And people get mad that
he didn't do the show though. All he did was comment in your chat.
Yes,
his brother did it.
Show with Johnny A-Light. So I hope you guys watch. But why wouldn't you watch? Because he's a snitch?
No, of course we're gonna watch, but nobody's gonna like you. People will watch. And I'm going to record it and fucking do what I'm doing now with that show. Pick everything apart. It just shows that he has no fucking integrity or no morals, nothing. Nobody would trust this man.
He comes out and says he's a snitch. He admits he's a snitch.
So that's okay?
John Jr. doesn't admit he's a snitch.
Unbelievable.
Yes, we go.
John Jr. had 5 trials in under 4 years. So if he wanted to be a snitch, he could have been one.
And they were shipping the guy around the country, moving him. Fucking the guy was sick.
If he had been convicted, he'd be out there in Colorado in Florence under the jail. That's where they would have put him.
Oh yeah, that poor bastard would have been fucking thrown to the shop.
Here, Dominic at Justice Tech Pro said, one thing to consider. What do you think would happen if family members bashed informants the way informants bash loved ones of family members? It would be harassment, intimidation, etc. Yeah, it's threatening a protected witness. You'd be in handcuffs.
Yeah, I hate all these rat bastards. They're just disgusting human beings, and they do the most lowest, dirty stuff to people. The A-Light is the worst one out of them all, man. He really is. They don't make him like him.
John Jr. doesn't admit he's a snitch.
Jesus, this guy.
Wow, they all look like someone's forcing him to take the goddamn family picture. They're gangsters.
He's all over the place, if you notice.
Let's call them what they are. You come here to listen to gangster stories.
You don't have gangster stories.
Why does Jimmy Calandra have such a big following?
Yeah.
He tells stories about the.
And you wouldn't have the subs you do. Jimmy Calandra, Jimmy the Helmet, that fucking drooling.
He put him on.
Yeah. And I think Angel Gotti shared his thing too. She shared mine too on Twitter, and I'm grateful for that. But I didn't build my channel with rats shouting me out.
You know what? You'd have followers regardless because you're funny. You're putting out funny shit or whatever, and you're exposing these people. It's worthy stuff. So you would have subscribers regardless if Angel or anybody shared your channel. So kudos to you.
Yeah, I started it from scratch when I did my first 2 live streams. I didn't have no one in the live chat. I started it from scratch.
Yeah, but Lee wouldn't have anybody. Maybe he'd have like 10 people if it wasn't for Jimmy and Angel and stuff. So
exactly, and he knows that.
Yeah,
and people are like enthralled by Sammy Guevara. Why do people watch Sammy Guevara? Same thing. Sammy's stories are 90% bullshit, but
if Sammy called him up, you'd be in love with Sammy.
With a little duck in the corner. It's people, when you see that little duck up in the corner.
He's talking about the StreamYard duck, but he does the same thing, and he's going to admit that. Watch.
I'm guilty of this. this. Sometimes
See?
I can't.
Look, I'm guilty of this. What a hypocrite. So he's guilty of, and what am I so bad about? Because I used the free stream hours, but I ran out of them and I bought a month of it. And he does the same thing. He spent the whole thing back. His guy has just got no credibility.
Yeah, Angel said he ratted out Jimmy C too. Yeah, he ratted out Jimmy Calandra. You know, Jimmy Calandra told him something in confidence, and he blasted it out on the internet. So
yeah, and he's like a little girl in grade school, a little tattletale. He must have been a huge tattletale in school because when you get old, you were like in the 70s, and you go, you revert back to your little stupid self.
No, that's not what it was. I'm telling you what it was. This all started because he was butthurt because he lost the election to be the hall monitor. That's where this all started.
Not a hall monitor.
Forever. Which means he's a broke MFer. And he's on the internet making fun of people.
Aww.
With his duck in the corner because he can't pay his StreamYard bill. That's who the rat is.
That's who I am, folks.
And it's a joke.
I'm the duck. I'm going to get some duck memes now.
Like people go and swarm to his show.
We're going to do a duck meme of Arnold Horseshack riding a duck.
Because you might insult somebody, call somebody a simp. But here's the question. Would he do that to their face?
Oh, once again, the face. No, I am a YouTube troll. I would not go up to John A. Light and harass him because he would, number one, if a fight happens, I get arrested no matter what. I'm in trouble. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm on YouTube. I never physically threaten people, anything. Nobody can ever find anything of me physically threaten us. I'm going to beat people up or fight them, nothing. But watch what he says.
Would he walk up to Johnny A. Light to his face and say to Johnny A. Light, "You're a rat"?
Would you walk up to Johnny A. Light and you were calling him a rat last week? Would you go do that? It's retarded.
Would he walk up to Jimmy Calandra?
He's in love with Jimmy Calandra. Even though that Jimmy abused him and shit, like he still would do anything for the helmet. Anything.
You know what? Yeah, Jimmy cooperated. You know, people could say what they want about him. I don't know how I'd feel if he'd cooperated on me or a family member, but I can tell you this. I have no beef with Jimmy Calandra because what Jimmy Calandra did is he started a chain reaction when he called Johnny. All these other cooperators out there, they know A-Light's a fraud. They know it all, but they don't say it. But Jimmy Calandra stepped up and said it. Yeah, I started a chain reaction.
I respected the fact that he did not go along with the I slapped Gene Gotti lie. Yeah. And like I said before, I don't like Jimmy. If he was drowning, I would throw him a raft and put a hole in it. But he does seem like the best one out of all these stool pigeons. He seemed like, he talks about his kids. It might take him a year to get a sentence out, but he talks about his family and stuff. And he
seems remorseful. He seems genuinely remorseful.
Yeah, he does. So. And he didn't go along with that lie because if he went along with that lie, it would have benefited him and with the A-Light rat crowd. They would have got him on more shows and shit. So at least he had the integrity to do that. But I still hate him, me personally.
Chris says he wears a rubber helmet. But would he go up to Jimmy Calandra and say it to his face?
No, I wouldn't. I'm a troll, Lee. I'm lying. I have my bulletproof vest on my fingers as we speak, Lee.
He is a keyboard warrior. He's a coward. And people that go over to him and watch him, they think that they're Carlos Munoz. I haven't seen you in a couple of while.
Watch you get so mad at Carlos.
He kind of abandoned me for the rat.
Let me show you what he said. Watch.
I was kind of disappointed. I'll be honest with you, Carlos. I mean, if anybody knows how shit works in prison and shit, it's you, man.
What, and Lee Cole knows how things work in prison?
Ain't it? Well, the guy Carlos is cool. Like, he goes and he watches Lee's channel, he watches mine. I don't fucking yell at him. Hey, why you watch Lee's channel? This guy is just so angry in life. His girlfriend left him a few weeks ago. He said that on the podcast.
Somebody went out with this guy?
Yeah, we didn't know what she looked. She's probably just some, like, old lady or something. Who knows? Like I said, the only way
he's working her to get a part of her Social Security check, maybe. I don't know. So.
The only time he could get a woman, he'd have to pay for it. That's it.
But I'm going to read what you say, Carlos. I don't have a dog in this fight, and Nicole knows this. He had a problem with me. I'm sure he would say it. And I just said it. And I've stated that Lee Cole and me can agree to disagree. Yes, we can agree to disagree, but Carlos, John Gotti ain't the man that you say he is.
Yeah, but he was just saying that Carlos, everybody who watches my show is a bad guy. They're idiots, and now he's simping to Carlos and cucking. Always contradicting himself. He has no fucking balls.
It's my opinion, brother.
It's my
You're
opinion,
more of a
brother.
man than John Gotti was.
This guy's nuts, man. Always trying to turn people against other people. It's like a little bitch.
I'm not going to carry water for any of these gangsters.
You're carrying Elite's piss right now. A bucket of piss you're carrying for John and Jimmy Cheeks.
And that includes me. We were what we were.
We were. See him trying to like affiliate himself with like the stand-up guys and mob guys. He's insane.
He doesn't know what a stand-up guy is.
No, he doesn't. He's not a stand-up guy. Even though that he's never ratted on people that I know of or nothing, a stand-up guy doesn't tell people what break confidences. A stand-up guy doesn't break confidence, doesn't try to get people doxxed because you talk shit to me, I go on your channel, abuse you, now you want to ruin me. Like, which you're not going. You don't know who I am. It's an idiot.
This genre of criminals right now, why is it so popular? Why are people coming onto the internet to watch people talk about shit they did? Because in the way, it's people living their fantasy.
Insulting everybody in the chat.
Fantasizing. But it's not really a fantasy when you're a gangster in the street and someone's looking to put a bullet in your head. Now, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change anything in my life. And unfortunately, I committed a lot of things.
Change that shirt, Lee. You should change that fucking shirt. There's not one video of this motherfucker without this blue shirt on. That thing must stink. One shirt.
Is that true? Oh my god, he doesn't.
Yeah, honestly,
I gotta look at his videos.
Go look at his videos, and you will not find.
It.
You will not find anything but this shirt.
I've been in
It's painted on him, literally. It's like sticking to him.
I've had cops.
You know, we were a fan of Miami Vice, the old show, in the 80s.
I watched it a few times, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I know a little.
I watched it a few times also. But there was one episode I remember that stood out to me. It was one of the great scenes of television because, long story short, Dennis Farina, he plays, I don't know, some kind of gangster, whatever, that becomes an informant for the cops on the show. And at the last minute, he backs out of testifying in court, and he explains to them. He's like, listen, it ain't no street code. It's my code. I just can't do it. And it was just, I forget what the wording was, but it's like, like guys like Lee Cole try to be like, oh, you want to be gangster, this fake tough guy, that. Like, no, man, it's not about any kind of tough guy or being a street guy or any code or it's just about just being a man, dude.
Yep.
Like no man would ever hang out with A-Light or just start selling people out to save themselves and especially go on podcasts just lying about people. So.
Yeah, making dirty, vicious lies up about sleeping with sister, just filthy stuff. Dirty things.
And I got this jerk in the basement over there. And he's talking about what people, he's making fun of all of us. But yet
all of us? Who am I making fun of? You, not
Think about that.
See, he's trying to bring other people into the fight.
These are the people that come on to the internet, attack people, get into their computer.
Look, see, play the victim. Look,
give viruses. That's what trolls do.
No, viruses. Like give viruses. He's probably got coronavirus right now. Like give viruses. I don't hack people. Never did that. And I don't even flag people's channels. I don't even give him a downvote. I didn't even downvote his video. Like.
So it has nothing to do.
And I got 2 downvotes. So him and one of his simps seen it.
He's pretending that he looks for rats.
Go look at my videos. I torture all the rats. The only person that I made fun of besides the rats is you because you fucking lied about me and trying to dox me.
Nothing about that. He knows nothing about that. He knows nothing about that lifestyle.
It's lack of self-awareness. And no, I know nothing about that lifestyle, but one thing I don't like is rats.
Today he had a show, and his show was dark. You can hear him lighting a cigarette. And then he spent the first half hour of his video attacking me. The guy that comes and shows you his face.
Look at him pointing at the mole. He thinks he's so special because he thinks he's so better than me because he shows his face. It's like unbelievable.
You can Google my name.
I'm not coming on trying to vlog or interview people. I am a troll who fucking trolls people, rip people off, and mob rats. You know, that's what. Like, I don't get it. I'm not trying to come out. I haven't interviewed people and all that. Like, Jesus.
Anything out about me, no problem, including my criminal past.
That's why he's not mentioning the kidnapping at all. Well, I think he says, well, he actually lies and says he wasn't charged with kidnapping. He was charged with it, but he pleaded down.
Yeah, in all fairness, I think I don't know what happened, but I think the kidnapping charge was dropped or something.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I think in all fairness,
yeah, in all fairness, he didn't. I don't think he really grabbed a woman and put her in the car. I think what happens, what he said, he drove. He was with the woman, got on a chase. She got scared. She asked to get out of the car. He wouldn't let her out of the car. He pulled over. She said, "I have to go to the bathroom." He pulls over at a gas station. She runs in the bathroom and calls 911 saying I was kidnapped. That's exactly what happened. But I bust his balls and call him Lee Bundy and kidnapper because he's fucking with me. What does he think I'm going to do? It's common sense.
An article about you in Colorado. You were involved with this chase and this woman and all that.
The Colorado Creek.
What they're trying to do is they try to make it look really, really bad. It was bad at that time. Oh, I didn't pay a $5,000 hotel bill. Instead of saying he didn't pay a $5,000 hotel bill, how about saying, how the hell did he do that? How the hell did he scam him out of $5,000?
How is that scamming? You just didn't pay your bill. You fucking slouch. Like, what kind of it? It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist not to pay somebody back. Like, you just,
well, he didn't really scam them if he got caught. You know, like
True. Good point.
It's not like he got away with it.
There's actually good involved in that story, but people don't want to hear.
He says there's good involved in that. So then why aren't you telling us about that?
Are the bounty hunters chasing me down the road?
Bounty hunters,
So
dog.
check this out. Here I am. This is in that article.
It's the dog. I'm the dog.
You gotta get him to the Duke. You gotta get him to the Duke.
Ain't it?
Bounty hunters
From the movie.
The Duke.
Colorado. They came from Colorado. They're chasing me down the street, down the highway.
What was the gangster's name in there? Jimmy Moran, or what was it? I forget. What was the gangster's name in that movie? That
movie.
Shit that he hated. Someone in the chat will probably know.
Pulled over by the cops.
Yeah, Midnight Run. Who remembers the characters' names from Midnight Run?
Was chasing me.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, Jimmy. What the fuck was it? Jimmy something. It'll come to
It
me.
was kind of funny though when you think about it. So the cops pulled him over and told him to get back in the fucking town and don't be chasing me. And as the cops were doing that, I got away.
Wow, he's so
Fucking
great.
minivan.
Like in a minivan. Always. It's nuts.
Then I get emails this morning. Oh, Lee, the scumbag in the basement is talking about what you did in Colorado. I spent 5 years on probation in Colorado, and when I got out,
Ooh, 5 years on probation.
Ain't it? Big, hard, tough guy. American me over here.
Blood in, Blood Out is my shit, man.
One of the nicest.
Great
Like,
movie.
this guy's nuts. Jimmy Serrano. That's
There
it.
you go.
Jimmy Serrano.
Jimmy Serrano. Alonzo Mosley, the FBI agent.
Alon, that poor bastard got his things. His IP
Jack,
taken.
I opened up IMDb. Jack Walsh was Robert De Niro. Jonathan Mardukas, the Duke.
Yeah, Jonathan Mardukas.
Hold on. The bounty hunter was Marvin Dorfler.
Marvin Dorfler was chasing him down the street. Kind of looks like Marvin Dorfler with no hair, ain't it? Like, kind of. Jesus. He's so angry.
And then they're laughing at the fact that I mentioned that I'm in school.
He's in school.
Right now. I almost have my.
This
my
guy's
age.
nuts.
I almost have my bachelor's.
Wow.
Credits away from my bachelor's.
You're a hero, Lee.
Business.
You know what?
He loves
a lot
patting
easier.
himself on the shoulder.
It's a lot easier to get a 4.0 when you're like 60 because you don't have all the distractions of like going out and getting drunk and women everywhere. Like the college girls are not going to sleep with him, so he doesn't have those distractions.
Oh no, they're gonna run from him.
And what's he majoring in? You know, like earth science? You know, what's he majoring in? Like,
I think he says that it's something like computer business.
maybe it's something interesting.
Listen, he's majoring in computer business. He's not a businessman. Look how he's destroyed his channel, flip-flopped on everything. He's destroyed his channel. Like, bad businessman.
They don't want to hear, success stories about people making mistakes in their life.
Success story.
People just want to look at what you did in your life to fuck up.
This guy's amazing. He retarded.
I lived a very exciting life.
Oh my God. Oh, look, there it is. Someone said Chris Casproza called Ayla a rat to his face and walked away. Johnny Trullo,
that's
good job.
That's not what it was. I was trying to ask him questions, and he was walking away. He wouldn't answer my questions. I wasn't there to call him a rat. I was there to ask him legitimate questions, like, why did the pedophile write your book? Is it true you're getting food stamps? Those are really the two main questions. Like, what's your relationship with Michael Blutrick?
That was great, dude. I streamed that on my channel, and that was great. You got him good.
And to answer your question from before about Blutrick, or what was the truth about him? Michael Blutrick pled guilty in the 90s to downloading child pornography, and he didn't have to plead guilty to more heinous charges of sex abuse and all that, because his FBI handler, Agent Jack Karst, he was demoted for shredding notes of his meetings with Blutrick to cover up, I don't know, whatever went on, to protect his value as a witness.
Wow.
And but he was accused by multiple underage males of very disgusting stuff, man. But
wow.
Man,
what a sicko.
Right now, Chris Casparosa, I would ask you that. Would you do that?
Would I do what? What was the question?
Would you go up to A-Light and call him a rat to his face? You would say after him trying to harass my family, I'd say
things worse than being a rat, because there are things worse, like being a fucking garbage pail like he is. He makes rats look good. I don't know how else to say it. So
yeah, if you ever let's say hypothetically, if you did like try to go up to him, you would be in jail. You would be charged with something.
Even if I was charged, though, there's no way I'd be convicted, because you know what? There'd be a line of character witnesses around the block, reading off all the things that this guy did. So,
yeah, none of the jurors believed him.
No.
And tell Gene something to his face.
Oh my God, he's just kissing Gene and A-Light's ass so bad. He's virtue signaling to them so bad right here. What a virtue signaling bitch.
Larry Mazza would cut your fucking head off.
He loves Larry.
Larry Mazza would cut my head off. Oh, God. Yeah.
Look at him virtue signaling to them and kissing their ass. So he's been talking to these guys behind the A-Light's probably promised him interviews with these guys.
I saw this previously, this clip from this episode. I didn't see the whole episode, but I remember watching this part of it. And what happened with Larry Mazza was the Gunnar Lindblom from Detroit, I don't know, I guess 2016 or something. Somehow we connected on the internet and we became like friendly over the internet. I guess it was shortly after he got out of prison or whatever, right? And at some point, because he was saying that he wasn't a cooperator or any of that, and for the record, I saw he had a federal case and a state case, multiple cases, and I looked at the federal stuff, and there was nothing in there at all indicating that he was a cooperator. Nothing at all, for the record. But long story short, I think what it was, I had asked him maybe, why are you friends with Mazza, if you were a stand-up guy, something like that. And I'm not bad-mouthing Gunnar. He lives his own life. But it was something along those lines, and he told me that Mazza wasn't a rat or he did 20 years in prison, whatever it was. And I'm not saying he lied. I think this is just, maybe that's what he believed at the time.
Mazza probably lied to him.
Yeah, Mazza. Yeah. So long story short, I just out of curiosity, I looked up Mazza's book, and I got the Kindle, and I opened it up. And long story short, like within like 3 pages, I pulled up some random page, and within like 3 random pages, there were all kinds of inconsistencies and things that were false, and it was just all kinds of inaccuracies. I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I left a bad book review on Amazon. I said, "This book is filled with inaccuracies." And long story short, after that, Mazza would write online every here and there, like when my name would come up, "Oh, I can't wait to run into this kid. I'm going to see this kid." Blah blah blah. And I messaged him. I was like, "Dude, I'll meet up with you. I don't know what you think this is or whatever." He never responded. In 2018, when A-Light was posting pictures of my relatives, like telling people, oh yeah, go see his family, go contact these people, call them, whatever, because he's such a delusional blowjob, whatever. Mazza comments on one of these pictures and says, oh yeah, I can't wait to run into him, something like that.
Wow.
Okay. A couple weeks later, 2 weeks later, whatever, it was not long after that, they had the premiere for the Gotti, the documentary, Gotti, Godfather and Son, the A&E the docuseries.
Yeah, I like that. That was really good. That was good.
Yeah. And it says in there, they have Maz in there for like 30 seconds or whatever it was, and they say, oh, he was a made guy in the Colombo family. He wasn't a made guy, first of all. Second of all, the producer just was trying to build him up, maybe to do some other project. I don't know what. But long story short, Angel and I are laughing in the days before, a couple of days before, what's going to happen if we run into him. And Angel's saying, oh, I'm going to go up to this guy in person. I'm going to go see this guy, whatever. And I was like, no, you're not. And again, we're just joking. But I was like, no, you're not. I'm going to go up to him and you're going to videotape it so you can't lie about it afterwards. Anyway, long story short, we're by the premiere and we're down the block. And Angel says, oh my God, that's Larry Mazza. I was like, what the fuck? As he's here? He's here? No, because there was an agreement also that no cooperators and no FBI agents would be at the theater, right? Her family had this agreement with them. And long story short, the producer tried to set us up or set them up or whatever, so there would be some kind of confrontation to get it in the press because there's, because people are so, desperate for clicks and likes and all that bullshit. Long story short, and I'm not saying I'm a tough guy at all. I'm not saying it like that. But this guy was commenting on a picture of my family or whatever and talking about me. And I just kind of like blacked out. I just went right up to him. And, I was kind of like obnoxious because I was like, Larry, like really loud. He turned around. I was like, I'm Chris Casparozzi. I went up. You said you wanted to run into me. I was like, here I am. And he tried to shake my hand. He puts his hand out to shake my hand. Wow. And at first, I'm not sure that he knew who I was. But when I kept saying it, he knew who I was. And then he got all pissed off. He's like, you're not going to shake my hand. And like a whole like fight almost broke out in front of the theater.
Wow.
And it was just, and it was a whole fiasco. And the president of A&E was like literally 2 feet away watching this whole thing unfold. And just Angel, it was just,
imagine
looking back, it was kind of funny.
These rats threaten people. Like they're over here threatening people. And then when they see them, they want to shake their hands. That guy's he's a swinging nut.
No, I just kept saying it to him. I was like, you said you wanted to run into me. Here I am. I just kept saying it to him. And then, like, it was just, well, he saw me and nothing happened. But, and what he's saying now, would you say this to him? If in a public, in an alley? I saw him randomly. That wasn't planned. I saw him randomly. And I went up to him as any other man would have done. Anybody else would have done the same thing. But maybe not in that manner. But looking back, I wish I'd handled a little bit differently. Just went up to him and said, this guy A-Light that you're on there friends with him on Facebook, he hangs out with pedophiles. That's really I should have handled it. No, I'm serious. That's what I should say. You know who you're associating
how much
with?
can it take when people are talking about your family putting pictures up, like any?
But but long story short, it just that's the gist of what happened, and it was just, and he wasn't alone. There was another cooperator with him, but this guy, it was another guy from the Greg Scarpa crew. But this guy, in all fairness to him, he had no idea what was happening. This guy had no idea what was going on, and like he tried to like get in the middle of it, and he touched my arm like as like kind of like hey, fall back. And I said, dude, take your hand off me. And then, long story short, Angel just kind of just pushed me inside the theater because a whole fight was about to break out with, and they had 4 women with them, and one of them started, like some bimbo started saying something, and it was just like a whole situation was about to unfold. And long story short, we went inside the theater. And we told somebody what had just happened, and we sat down, and a couple minutes later, Angel got a phone call from a lawyer with us or with her brother, or whatever, and said, "Leave. They're not. These people aren't supposed to be there. Leave." And we left. So that was it.
What a scumbag!
Yeah, there's a little more to the story, but long story short, I didn't. No, but what I'm saying is. He's saying, "Oh, you wouldn't say this to these people." I said it to these people. That wasn't planned. That just happened. It's like, and I'm not saying I'm a tough guy. Any other man would have done the same thing. And when fucking schmucks like this,
shredding your father or your family, you're gonna
but it irritates me when schmucks like this say things like, "Oh, if this was back in the day, they would never say these things to you." Like A-Light says, this was years ago. They'd never say this to me. Years ago, you'd be hiding in fucking Idaho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carlos Muniz, funny joke, funny guy. Yeah, but years ago, you'd be hiding in Idaho. It's you who wouldn't be saying these things, not the other way around.
Yeah, Lee would be under a rock.
So
Gene's crazier than a fucking.
Look at him kissing their ass. I'm gonna fast forward it a little about him, like kissing A-Light and Gene's ass, because this one's funny. What they say.
MRE would identify, call him a rat to his face. MRE.
You can't even spell. Look,
dude. I'll tell you what. If the rat came on here to his face, if the rat called me and wanted to meet me one-on-one.
see, he's gonna get physical. He's so mad. He's gonna try to bring it to real life.
I would give him my number and I would meet him.
I wouldn't meet you.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. What the little bitch he is.
See, he's gonna get violent. Talk about violence. Slap. No, you wouldn't, you old freak. And I wouldn't meet you. I know.
thank you, Carlos.
Why would I
Respect to you
go?
too.
Why would I go
He
meet a
said,
senior
"He told me a
citizen
joke the other day. Be careful.
and want to fight
Yeah.
with a senior
He called me a
citizen?
joke.
I'll fight with anybody
The
off
joke is
YouTube.
he hides.
It's
That's
retarded.
an awesome picture you do. Got Clone 86.
All right, Calm 86 is not really a girl, okay? Most of these people in here talking are trolls. This guy's gone.
I'm here, Lee. Been here since the start. Who is this harvester? He wanted to take John Gotti out. If John Gotti was found innocent, his life, they were going to kill him. He didn't have long to live.
Like he knows, like he's
If
like he's this
anything, John
big
Gotti went to prison and
historian.
lived. Because everybody, all his soldiers wanted him dead.
he doesn't know this stuff. He's A-Light's telling him all these lies and feeding him this shit.
That's what they are. Let's remember that. If they were on the street and they did not like us,
Us? Who's
they would kill
us?
us. That's what they would do.
Wait, is he saying Larry Maz and John A-Light would kill us? I'm confused here.
Go to a bookstore.
No, he's saying that the people in the, I don't even know what he's fucking talking
The
about
section
now.
is true crime.
He's insane.
Now, on the
He's
internet,
all
what's
over
one of
the
biggest
place.
areas, this is, people go and this is what we do.
He's all over the place.
The head of the family, and that is of the Bath Avenue area. So Jimmy went around telling people that he wanted to kill Sparrow.
Sparrow, Anthony Sparrow. He can't pronounce any. He calls Michael friends. He can't pronounce any Italian last names.
And then Sparrow said that he wanted.
It's
Jimmy to
Sparrow. Yeah, he keeps calling him
Sparrow.
Sparrow, Anthony Sparrow. Look how serious he is.
Jimmy
Look,
did the next best thing not to get in trouble. He snitched. Can't blame him.
can't blame
Sparrow
him.
was coming for him.
I can blame you. Should
That's
don't get in a
so
crime
true.
if you don't want to be a fucking rat. If you don't
There
want to
you
go
go.
to jail, don't do crimes, man.
There you go.
That's a gangster. A real gangster knows why Jimmy snitched.
See, he's kissing Jimmy's ass. He loves Jimmy.
Sprint.
Sprinkles his little Jimmy dust on people, and they just cuck to his helmet.
What?
And I get it, and I said it. Jimmy's like the nice out of all them rats. Jimmy seems like the most like redeemable. Like I don't know, like he likes his kids and shit. Like I said, if I had to
Listen.
save one of them from drowning, I'd throw the tube to him, but I put a hole in it. You know.
Listen, you know what? I don't know what's in Jimmy's heart, but I have to think, unless you're a complete scumbag sociopath, you would have to have some remorse if you were involved in a woman getting killed. Even if you didn't pull the trigger, just being there, being any part of that, it's got to be tough. Unless you're
Yeah, that's got to be hard
You know?
to live with. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Look at this guy says integrity. He didn't answer that one. Someone just put a comment up. Integrity. That's John Senior. He didn't read that one. He hit the wrong comment. He always hits wrong comments.
Yeah, Sammy is without a doubt. Sammy, the reason John Gotti wanted Sammy near him is because John Gotti.
He was speaking a whole different thing last week. Like everything he
John
says,
Gotti
he
did not
flips
like
on.
Sammy Guevara at all. But I watch other platforms just like
This was a good one that Carlos says, I respect your opinion, Lee, but you respect mine. But I watch other platforms. And Lee is just like, he's scared of Carlos for some reason. I don't know why. Carlos is a nice guy.
Okay, MC, did you?
Hey, did he reveal I do
Okay,
it just like
this is
this?
Is nobody in the streets.
This guy's an A-Lite troll right here, Joey Bag of No Nuts. He's an A-Lite guy. Yeah, this guy's an A-Lite guy. He only came around after he'd been friends with A-Lite recently.
Nor do they respect jokes like MRE. It is equivalent of online tabloid writers. Joey Bag, that's the truth. This guy is a joke. That's what he is. He is a joke. He's the joke. Everybody's laughing at you. Everybody's laughing at him. He's some sweaty dude in a basement with eating a donut.
He just took that from me. Listen to this. I said he was a fat old guy laying down eating Cheetos with all over his face. He can't even think of nothing original himself.
All over his front of him.
And he was shouting my channel out for weeks, saying I was funny.
The cigarettes, pretending he doesn't need the money in his little.
I never said I didn't need no money. I never said nothing about myself financially, you old kook.
Probably in Missouri somewhere. That's him.
I'm in Idaho. Okay.
He comes on here. This is his life. He comes on here and he's a troll.
This is my hobby.
The only place he's respected in life is on here when he attacks people.
No, I expose scammers and shit, and it's a hobby of mine. And I don't like mob rats. It's personal too. They put some of my family members away. That's all I'll say. They're fucking scumbags. I hate every fucking rat.
Because 4 days in a row he's been attacking me on the show.
That's not even true.
4 days in a row. And if you go on the poor Sicilian show, every other quote in his box is Lee Cole sucks, Lee Cole sucks, Lee Cole sucks.
He attacks the bald Sicilian kid the day after this stream. He attacks him.
I must be affecting somebody.
In a passively aggressive, real old bitch way.
They don't understand in the world of this, when you mention my name, it hits the algorithm. It helps me. It doesn't hurt me.
But I don't mention your name. I put old man.
Lee Cole sucks. Fuck Lee Cole. He's an old man. He's a criminal. You know, keep on saying it.
You're a kidnapper.
Get that algorithm going.
The title of the stream is Why 74-Year-Old Men Should Not Be on YouTube.
But you know what, Regina? I always put you up here.
Regina's cool.
I praised him 2 weeks ago, though. What did I praise? I said that John Gotti was a gangster.
No, Regina's talking about me, and it applies to all of us because he praised Gotti, me.
Like a gangster, he did.
He's nuts.
Would I want John Gotti for a friend? Hell no. So, Regina.
I'd want John Gotti for a friend.
Yeah, John Gotti was loyal.
Right here is
that guy had a whole army behind him. It's really not a bad guy to have as a friend, you know?
Ain't it?
So you know what that means? That means up underneath your skin. Because I realize that you're some lowlife in a basement or trailer in Missouri.
I thought I was a 35-year-old, a 50-year-old. This guy's nuts. Seething old creep.
MC, this is trolling. How's this trolling, MC, you dumbass?
He gets so mad.
This is the internet. This is YouTube. Almost 200 people are watching right now.
Look at the numbers, always with the numbers. To boost his ego.
Someone's entertained.
If it's bothering you, leave.
Look, he's throwing people out. He's an idiot.
Here's another troll. Say generally. Genre. Oh, I'm sorry. I sound like an uneducated idiot.
Because he can't say genre. He can't say mob genre. He says genre.
I'm an idiot.
It's a dumb hillbilly.
I love these trolls. They're fun. Lee, are you bipolar? Seriously? You flow with the wind.
He is bipolar.
Bipolar is the biggest scam mode of all time.
Or something like that. He's got to be something. Because someone who switches up like this guy.
Okay, so go back and read the story.
Look, theft, kidnap, they put up.
Where the story says those charges.
I don't think he's bipolar. I think he just,
he's got no constitution.
Basically.
And 8-man killing team to kill one innocent man who accidentally killed his son.
See, what a scumbag. Talking about little kids.
Gotti,
All this because Angel didn't go on his show.
Yes, that's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. The hate for the Gottis is and getting a hold and talking to A-Light is all because of that.
A couple of years, he did not last.
He's a fucking sick fuck. A pathetic dude.
Read the article again.
See the people in the chat like, please tell us the facts. He's like, no, you tell it. He's fucking nuts, man.
I delete every message. Why delete every message?
Yeah, he does.
I just put you up here, read what you said, and I didn't delete it. And here you
but
are.
You do delete them. You delete like 60% of the messages.
Why Google? You tell me.
I think on this show, when I saw this, I just tuned into it randomly live. And like a minute after I tuned in, he was talking about me. And I was commenting, they put me on. Let's clear this up right now. Because he was saying, like, call me like a fake tough guy, like making me out to be things I'm not. Lying about me, and he didn't delete my messages. He just ignored them. I was like, "Really, dude?"
Yeah, he ignores them too. He's got no proof of nothing.
They put on me to try to make me get.
And when you throw allegations and someone asks you to show me proof or give me an example, he's lost.
Even though her father has been.
That's why he has no. He's not an intelligent man at all, and he's not a businessman. He's taking computer business. Like, look at what he's done for his channel.
Yeah, he needs some people lessons. If he was, he's burning bridges right and left is what he's doing.
But he can't take criticism. That's why. So anybody, he's got to have yes men with him.
And I'm sure a big girl.
Renee's great. She's always in there too.
Nothing like rehabilitation.
Anthony DeStito said he watched The Sopranos once too many.
People aren't too smart.
Look,
they say the word.
He can't say the word. That's why he won't say it. Notice this? They're asking him to say genre. He can't say genre. He says genre.
He doxed you, so dox him. Fuck the basement troll.
See, these are all.
I wish that more people would just like you because you realize what's going on.
He realizes. So this is one of A-Light's people. So dox. See, he wants me. If he knew my name, he would have gave it out immediately, man.
This guy's a troll. He's not funny.
So a troll should be doxed?
Troll. Troll.
That's not how it works, Lee. That's why you're a little bitch. Stupid.
Good job, Lee. Never's too late to start over. Yeah. Hey, listen, I've made mistakes in my life. I'm not in prison right now.
Miss Can't Be Wrong can't stand him. She's cool.
Very easily to be in prison. I could be dying in prison.
This guy's nuts.
What was the big check from WWE, the Colorado thing? Okay, so what about my big check when they gave me 20? I appreciate you hanging around the show, and I hope that you give me more insults.
He said, hey, you guys, he's got a 4.0 grade average.
Why would a bounty hunter chasing you? What was the crime? I am interested. Scott, I already told you that I would do a story tomorrow.
He never did, though. He never did the story.
So either you really want to know or you're trolling.
Like everybody's trolling him. Everybody's a troll. Everybody works for the Gottis. It's amazing. Now, John Ailey's going to come up. Watch. His comment's going to come up in a second. Like, this guy's got – look, there's Ailey's right here. If there's one thing I appreciate about Lee is he says it how it is, 100%. He's not afraid to speak his mind about Senior, Junior, Angel, Sammy. It's all facts. YouTube stuff is all kid stuff. We are adults. Wow.
Yeah.
So Lee was saying the worst things in the world. He's saying the things we were saying about you, a week and a half ago. Unbelievable.
We are all adults. Right from a guy who lived with a pedophile who molested kids. Nice.
Ain't it? He lived in his. What kind of man would sell? There's no man I know, no stand-up guy, or no man I know that would sell with a pedo. They break his jaw. Tell him to leave.
I not even that, dude. Like, what rat would live with a pedophile? You know what I mean? It's a pedophile. It's like, who would live with a pedophile? I mean, I think
pedophiles and rapists are the worst things on earth.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing worse than someone who hurts children. Let's see what he says with A-Light.
This is Johnny A-Light.
Look, this is not a troll, though, right? All these trolls are coming in. So this wasn't set up, he says, folks. This was not set up. But he's calling everybody else as trolls, but he believes this right off the bat. Why? Because he's talking to A-Light. A-Light's pulling his strings. He's got his hands up his ass, and Lee's the ventriloquist. Lee's the puppet. John's got his hand up his ass.
We'll be doing a show with him next week. So now...
Do you think A-Light will do the show with him or not?
To the troll, who calls himself the rat. Or the rat.
Yeah, he probably will. Why not? After he gets what he wants from Lee. I mean,
but he's gonna look. But A-Light's gonna look stupid going on a guy's show that somebody can just go 2 weeks earlier and see him like thrashing him.
Well, A-Light is stupid though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
he doesn't play chess. He's only like I think
he's short term smart.
Yeah,
he's
I thought it was
short term smart.
Tanasi who said that. Yeah, short term smart. You're right.
No, he's cunning. He's a hyena. He's a jackal. But he's like short. He's like a short term jackal. He fucks himself over in the end. He's just like so.
Always.
Yeah,
always. Missouri somewhere sweating. And John, I brought up a good point.
Look at him kissing his ass.
With Chris Casparosa.
Oh my God!
I talk to you
he can't even pronounce your name.
Not in front of a courthouse, in an alley.
One time he called you Casparose. Yeah, in an alley. Like,
how about
Lee's wearing leather in that alley?
Yeah. How about this? Angel will attest to this. John A-Light's brother used to say that his brother John A-Light would meet guys in alleys. It's like I'm not the guy he's gonna run into over there, but and in parking lots, all those things. And I'm not bashing gay people. I'm just saying it. Just this is
any degenerate could do that, not just gay people. Yeah. Any degenerate. Not only that, Jimmy said that John A-Light told Jimmy A-Light, and you know this obviously, that if you don't do what I want, I'm going to tell people you jerked me off when we were kids. Wally and the Bee. He's like
motivational speaker. Yeah,
motivational speaker. He's dumb as a stump.
Oh my God!
What do you talk that way?
Yeah, look at him kissing his ass. John, everybody sees through this. You look pathetic.
I'm going to give you a fair deal. I'm going to ask you tough questions too.
No, he's not.
As you admit, you did rap. And
but remember, Lee's a rat-free channel.
So, John, once again, thank you. And it pisses people off that Johnny A-Light would actually come on my show. So I'm really a rat now.
No, you're just a man with no integrity.
Now they're calling me a criminal, but they don't realize that they come here as
I love you, Johnny. Take my side. Help me.
Anthony DeStito said, Anthony's my boy. He said, Chris, what was that strip club with the Albanians? Tell that story. I don't know nothing about no Albanians, but the long story short, John A-Light was at a strip club in Queens, New York. It was 2017. He walks in. Well, I think it was like an Albanian party or something going on there.
Yeah, party.
And he thought he would be like welcome there for whatever reason. And a guy with another party there at the club from another group of people walked up to him and he said like a fan, like Johnny A-Light thought the guy was a fan. He said, he said, "Hey, are you Johnny A-Light?" And Johnny was like, "Yeah." He thought he was greeting a fan, and the guy just like smacked him. And he japped him up a little bit, and A-Light like ran behind the bouncers. Long story short, yes, I know Chris is long story short guy, but long story short, he like ran behind some bouncers, called 911, right, and he ran out the back door, and I guess the guy chased him outside or whatever, and
jumped in the river.
You gotta understand the Newtown Creek, the canal behind Sugar Daddy's. That water is like the dirtiest water in New York.
So it's a creek, Chris? It's not a river?
No, it's off the East River or whatever. It's like a creek. It's like like an extension off the river, kind of whatever. Like
okay.
It's like but it's like, dude, that's like the filthiest water there is. It's like that water dirty. In New York over there.
Polluted.
And long story short, he dropped his phone before he jumped in. And one of the bouncers saw his phone and who he called, and he called one of his sons, and he called 911, and he wouldn't come out until somebody came to get him. And it's like this is the perfect gangster. That's what he calls himself. Gangster. Yeah. So he jumped into the water. He lost a shoe too in this whole melee or whatever. And then finally, one of his sons arrived and picked him up with one shoe, walked him out of there, and
he put his son in danger. Imagine risking putting your son in danger.
Yeah.
Nice. Like he took a bird bath and then risked his son in danger.
I think his son was going to the party too. I think that's what it was. So maybe that's why he called him. In all fairness to his son, but this guy, Superman, he jumped into the I guess you could say in the river. He jumped in the water. Nice. So
fucking scumbag.
He's disturbed.
I wish so. Some guy came on my show. Didn't come on, but he messaged me that. Well, in the comments, he says he came on my show. And he said that he wanted me to email him, right, which I don't do. Email him because he had video of that, but I didn't believe it, and I never emailed him.
Well, I'm not going to say I saw the surveillance video. What I will say is cameras don't lie. Because if I was to say I saw the surveillance video, I could be pulled into a courtroom and deposed over it, And I'm not saying I saw it. I'm just saying cameras don't lie. Yeah,
well, some guy said that he had it, but if he had it, wouldn't he have sent it to me or something?
From what I understand, I don't know. Maybe the feds went around looking for that video.
Because the Fed buddies and the cop buddies look out for him. So anything possible.
So Bad Golfer is another one of those people that we put a troll.
Look, everybody's a troll who disagrees with him.
It's bothering them that I've been on now for an hour and 16 minutes.
How's that bothering us? Look, 200 viewers.
Hold on. Anthony DeCito said he was like Paulie in the Pine Barrens. I lost my shoe.
Paulie in the Pine Barrens. That was a great episode.
I'm done. They're sending the little troll ride out to destroy me. It's not working.
Who said that he thinks that I'm paid by the Gottis to destroy him? It's like, dude, last week you were shouting me out and you thought my channel was great and funny. It's just amazing.
Shit out of it. That's what's going on right now. Trying to destroy somebody and they can't.
How am I trying to destroy you by making reply videos? Like,
why people are worried so much and act this way. Good point.
These are all new people in his chat since A-Light. Since he became friends with A-Light, these are all new people in his chat supporting him. And they won't be there after John dumps him.
How would you know Kasparos is trying to come on my show? Who do you work for, Regina?
Regina don't work for no one.
Gotti.
See, he's so paranoid.
Kind of gives it away, Regina.
He must have nightmares of Angel Gotti, like coming to beat him up or something. This is weird.
He's trying to come on my show. So, Regina, what aren't you telling us? Who are you really?
She's the guy. She's the girl who killed Wolf.
You are right. A-Light was there's no doubt about that. He was a legit type.
See, these are all A-Light simps.
I did a lot of research on him, especially after
a lot of research on him.
Yeah, you research. You mean reading the articles that I wrote? That was your research, and
not only that, dude. Like, he was reading your articles, bashing A-Light. Like, he was bashing A-Light, calling him a bad father, the worst man in the world.
I believe he read the article about him getting smacked at sugar daddies at the strip club.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He read that article and thrashed A-Light, and now A-Light's the best thing since fucking crossword puzzles to him. It's ridiculous.
That's what you do. It's your little silly website. You like to go after people, discredit people and stuff.
Oh, so now the website's silly. The website was great before.
He said discredit people. No, just discredit one person, really.
Yes, exactly.
Why would we talk to Kasparosa on now? What's something he should be prepaid for? Yeah, listen, Joey, if Kasparosa wants to come on, it's going to be set up, it's going to be advertised, and we're going to talk on
the fuck?
An actual show from beginning to end.
I had turned off before this because I had commented a couple of times that he didn't acknowledge it, and I was like, yo, I'm out because I was like,
oh, you were in the chat.
Yeah, but it was only for a couple of minutes.
He didn't click on it, though, right?
Yeah, I didn't see this part of it where he said it's going to be advertised. I didn't see this part of it. This is interesting.
I'll wait to watch the A-Line interview.
Yeah, who's going to pay for that to watch this clown? I wouldn't let anybody pay for that. So It's gonna be advertised.
I hope that ain't you in the picture.
Look at this
I
guy
really
said,
don't.
I will wait to watch A-Liar interview and then Mob Rats expose or rip
Things
you
that made
apart.
this toxic situation for me makes me sad, but now just keep bringing on alternate gas internet feuds with.
Oh, Shades didn't create that. You let me on the show. You told me to let me. You brought me on the show. You told me to come on. Shades was saying it too, but it's your show. You run the joint.
The king said that.
And you put Shade. You told Shades to go in there and take screenshots of everything because he had all like stupid screenshots of the Discord.
King Shade bought on. King Shade went into.
And now he's gonna badmouth him.
This
Watch.
room with the rat or the doxer.
The dox. He calls me a doxer. Like what the fuck?
The room with the troll. They kicked him out. Then he comes on my show. King Shade, and he's upset. So I backed my partner up, and we talked. We brought him in.
He don't back his partners
And
up.
then once after that, he didn't want nothing to do with the show no more because he didn't like the direction I was going. I told him, I said, look, I'm going to interview Johnny A-Light if he comes on my show. I'm going to interview Jimmy A-Light. But he was straight. He was honest with me. He said that he wanted no part of that. He doesn't want his exact same words in his voice. And you could picture this. He goes, I don't roll with A-Lights.
Good man,
Cool.
Shades.
I respect that.
He's got integrity, unlike you, you
But
flip
He
flopping
has his own
freak.
station, and if he doesn't
Station.
roll with A-Lights, he doesn't have to roll with them.
He still thinks this is 1964.
He could do interviews, real interviews. I will interview anybody. That's what we're.
He
here
said he would never
We're here
interview
to do
rats
that.
ever. That's what he
You
said.
don't see it.
I would
The
never
only reason you wanna
interview
be entertained,
rats.
I've been talking for an hour and a half. We've been at 200 people for most of the show today. And this is morning. That's a lot of people when you have that many in the morning. So
Yeah, he
Why
turned
you
on
saying-
Shades 24 hours later.
it is trolling. Okay. Now you go back to your little rat there, the rat in the basement that insults me continuously all the time. And you explain that, right?
He thinks like all these people are my trolls or something. They're not.
Who doesn't even know who MRI or MRE is?
And he looks so bad because he said,
Just
like,
so
I know the
better,
guy, I
more
know him.
since you went solo, keep on.
See, Joey Bag of Donuts is either A-Light or Jimmy A-Light, someone like that. Jacobs, the impotent dude, one of
Just didn't
them.
work out. So I will be on this show, speaking whatever I can. Message deleted, good names respected, laugh out loud.
Regina's great. I love that girl.
I haven't-
She's great.
Regina, I don't think I've ever erased anything of yours.
Bullshit.
MRI is doing the right thing. Rats should get humiliated.
Exactly, Walt.
So he should get humiliated because he's the biggest rat of them all.
He just said I wasn't a rat.
He went
He's
after
so
a guy
senile.
that is not a rat. I have never ratted.
You attacked me, motherfucker, so I can't protect
So
myself?
he's not about going
He
It's
after.
says he's never ratted.
He goes after people that disagree with him.
No, I don't.
He doesn't go after people who
Because
are-
there's Cubans in the chat right there. Cuban don't even like me. And he's in my chat. I let him stay. I don't insult him. He don't insult me.
4 days now. 4 days now.
Look, 4 days. Oh, he is just an emotional little bitch.
Because the show where he made all the money.
This is a
using
lie.
My video.
Listen,
I put a copyright on his ass and I got taken down.
it's a lie.
He's furious.
It's a lie.
Because he could have found, he could have used that money.
Johnny Aletto commented, "Anyone seen my other show?"
Listen.
I hope one of them bouncers or somebody saved that as a souvenir. You know, like,
Oh, that'd
put it on
be
eBay.
This guy just said right here that he had my video taken down. The video is still up, and he said gave me a copyright strike, and I lost all that money, which I don't even know. I got a couple super chats. I don't even know, but he said I lost them. That's just not what happened. He's just so uninformed and ignorant.
But
Missouri.
what a thing! What a thing to be! It's like is that like the highlight of this guy's week? He got your video flagged. Like what?
But it wasn't even flagged. It's just a copyright claim, meaning that I can't monetize it, which I don't
No.
care about.
So,
And what was the
Well, you know,
what was the
some-
basis of the claim that you used part of his video or something? Is that
Yeah,
was the
just like
reason
he's
why?
going to do with this one, which I don't care, But I told nobody to don't send super chats just for a point that I'm not in it about the money. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to say that I'm in it for the money and all this dumb shit. He's berserk. This dude, he's out of his mind.
So, the more you come after me, the more I come after you and your boss.
My boss.
That's what it
Who's
comes
my
down to.
boss? What? My boss is my aunt who's sleeping upstairs right now, and I live in the basement. She's my boss.
You're part of the Gotti army.
The Gotti Army. Where's Angel? Can you make me a lieutenant, please? Can I be a lieutenant? Oh my God, the Gotti Army. Sergeant, mob rats exposed, reporting for duty, sir. Like, come on.
Some lady sitting on a couch in the living room
Jesus Christ, he's insane.
who's been dead for 20 years. Wow, I'm popular here. Okay?
Message deleted is his name.
Well, I'm entertaining Lee, thanks, but we are all laughing
Lead the
at you.
deleter.
Meltdowns. You're backtracking on at least do the entire interview and ask good questions and redeem yourself. Okay, Grant. Now you go on. You go back to your little computer, okay?
Look, this guy asked him a legitimate
And you report to
question.
your little boss
and was
there in the
nice to him.
trailer in Missouri. Okay, Samuel, what are you asking? I'm not seeing anything you're asking. I'll tell you what, Samuel, you write whatever you write down, I'm going to answer. So instead of saying I'm not answering it, put it there.
This guy's a whack job.
Please do not knock out anything she says. Or she, or he, I don't know, that name could go either way. Just please make sure it gets up so I can read it.
Zama, maybe the battle is
JT
Zama.
the guy, I don't mind Lee interviewing a Lee. I appreciate that, JT, and I don't mind you having your good, solid opinions. And you're going to go to jail. And whatever you do, if you guys watch 48 Hours on TV,
Yeah, he said, I'm going to go to jail
assholes in the room.
for making videos about him.
And the next thing you know,
How is that possible?
Lee's only way out of this is whether it's true or not. Is if he gets a light on his show or on a telephone call or something and just asks him all kinds of hard questions and puts it out there and then just says this whole thing was a ruse. He
Yeah,
just did this just to get a light on the phone. Which in this whole saga, it wouldn't even shock me with all the stuff that goes on in this bizarre world with a light.
No, because you are with them.
Look, this makes no sense. Michael says, are you going to tell us who MRE is or not? And he says, no, because you're with him. What the fuck's that?
That's control.
What
And
the
you're going to have to
fuck?
figure out who employs him.
Who employed? If he knew who I was, he would have dropped it. Look how angry and spiteful he is. He would have dropped it.
Okay. I'm trying not to miss everybody, and at least get one question in from everybody. How should FBS feel about you doing an interview with a league? He has his show, I have my show.
He backstabbed him a day
That's what it
later
comes down to.
and talked shit about him
You know, he's
in
gonna
a
say
passively
whatever he's gonna
aggressive
say.
way.
Um,
In a passive aggressive way, he
so probably
talked shit about him.
congratulate him because he wants an interview as well. But show that on my criminal record. If you could show that on my,
Well, it's not on your criminal record. You pleaded it down.
what happened?
But
to
you
Joe?
was
Criminal record if you're so proud of it.
Yeah, and you were charged with kidnapping, but you was pleaded down. Like that was the
Yes,
charge.
Eli comment wrong. I tried to tell him to calm down.
That was the charge.
Myself,
Hey, this guy he goes Carmine Cucci.
not Lisa Sloot. Boy, he's coming in now, boy. Boy, people running in here all of a sudden.
This guy's delusional. Totally delusional. No constitution whatsoever.
Yes, he is in the chat, people, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm starting to realize that the people go after A-Light glorify the life, and out of these mob guys, he is...
This guy's a big coward. Cool out AC. I abused him that night in the chat. That's what Lee said. He abuses people that come in his chat. No, I abuse little scumbags like Cool Out AC.
You have to make that decision yourself. You cannot listen to Angel Gotti and have her...
Because last week, he's another one who just flip-flopped over emotions. This dude right here. Because he was all anti-A-Light, and now he's pro-A-Light.
You have to make your own decision. What
This guy's retarded. Sick fucking
interviews
man.
I ever seen. Geraldo Rivera started making it personal. The interview fell apart. I don't know. If you go back, you can watch that interview. It was really a fantastic interview.
He's just answering these dumb questions now.
Okay, that's great to see. But unfortunately,
Yeah, you would fall in love with A-Light and become a fanboy. He already is an A-Light fanboy. Yeah, I'm just going to stop this and we'll bullshit. But this guy's nuts, ain't it, man? Like, what the fuck?
I'm just one of those things, my friend.
Yeah, old guys like this.
Find these people.
Old, like, well, anybody like this, not just because he's old, but anybody like this that is flip-flopping constantly, says one thing one week, the next thing the next week.
These are the people that Johnny A attracts. You know, they attract each other. There's people. These guys like this don't have friends. You know what I mean? They have no bad. They go with the wind, and you know they're opportunists. They're not loyalists. So these are the people that Johnny A attracts, and you know they find each other, and it is what it is. Trash bales. That's all it is. You're dealing with trash bales. So.
Yeah, misfits also. Agent of Chaos. The perfect flip-flopper instead of the perfect gangster.
I recorded a podcast with Angel earlier, well, literally right before I tuned into your show.
Where do you upload?
I think I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel, and
cool.
Maybe tomorrow or definitely by the day after. But
I'm gonna get the channel and drop it again right now.
Thank you. Yeah, it's youtube.com/Casparosa. But no, dude, I love what you're doing, man. You have a hilarious show. And again, with Angel, with Lee Cole or anybody, you would have numbers regardless, you know? So I wish you lots of luck.
Yeah, well, long story short, I'm going to drop you a thing right now.
Thank you. Angel said, tell them why we ended the podcast. I don't even remember why we ended it.
How long did it go for?
I don't know. Angel, what was it, like an hour? I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But we have some surprises coming. That's all I can say. So there's a lot we didn't mention. But Angel, I don't remember why we ended it. You know, so thank you.
Have you been uploading on your YouTube? Because I think the last thing you did was the Wild Bill thing, right?
There were some other videos on there, but like I had some videos on there with my friends Damien and Chicky up in Springfield, but the Chicky's like waiting. I don't know. He has some legal. He's a case up there he's dealing with, so I took some of them down for the time being. But
now, what about you going to upload any more A-Light videos? Oh, no, I always wanted to ask you. I went on the EliteFacts.com and streamed stuff. And there was a lot of videos that were privated. Are you going to put them like back up and stuff?
There's some surprises coming. That's all I can say.
Gotcha.
But
you are going to upload the podcast onto your channel, what, in a few days?
Probably tomorrow or whatever. I gotta go in there, but it's A-Light is a never-ending source of entertainment. You know, it just you know what it is. I was telling Angel when we taped before that he did this show with I forget what you call this guy, Forever Young. This guy he did this 3-hour show with this clown or whatever. Yep, it's like with these horrible veneer teeth. You know, they're so white. They light up the room.
They were bleached. I'm surprised he didn't blind A-Light when she smiled.
Yeah, but that channel was like so like the I don't want to use the word disturbing, but it was like it was like sick because the host believed A-Light's lies more than A-Light did. You know what I mean? A-Light was in heaven.
All he did he kept describing his physique and he's handsome. It was weird and bizarre.
I'm telling you, these people find each other. I don't know how they hooked up. I don't know who this guy is. But you
He
know,
thinks
these
he's going to
people
get more. Well, he thinks he's going to get more mob rats on there. You know what I mean? Like Ailey's going to bring his buddies.
these people find each other, and it just, you know, I don't know. Like, and then this guy Panisi did a podcast with A-Light called in, and I didn't listen to it, but I just like clicked through it randomly, and somehow I landed on a part of it where Panisi was saying something about A-Light. And I don't want to take it out of context. I didn't hear the whole thing, what was before or after, but he said something about A-Light that he knows this guy, and you know he would never jump into a river. And I was like, wait, was he talking about sugar daddies? I was like, what is he talking about?
Said? No way!
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I'm going to stream that tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow night,
But
I am going to stream that podcast.
But the thing with A-Light, what was going on after that happened, because word got out really quick, and we got notified by like several people who had heard it from different channels, right? Like it got out like right away. It hit the underground in New York, and the word got out real quick. And he knew we found out about it, and he was doing damage control and telling people, yeah, there was like an assassination team. There were like 10 guys. There were Puerto Ricans with guns. He was putting all these stories out. and it just, and people were describing to me, yo, this guy's all lumped up right now and everything. So I was like, dude,
a hit team.
Yeah, yeah, he was saying there were like Puerto Ricans with guns and all these different things. Like it was one guy. It was one guy who wasn't down with him being there, and went up to him and smacked him. That's what happened. So
just like Jimmy A-Light said about his brother, he has a crazy imagination and he tells stories, you know?
Yeah, he believes his own lies. I mean, he has to at this point. I don't understand. Like, what are you trying to prove, dude? Like, you're out there, like how do you think this is all going to end? It's going to end with you being a laughing stock in history. So,
yeah.
Angel said he said 14, then he said 8 guys. Yeah, I don't. Different people came back with different numbers. What's up?
People that watched I didn't watch the podcast, the Panisi one. How long did he talk about the A-Light thing on there? Anybody in the chat?
I couldn't say. Like I literally just clicked through it and I saw like maybe a minute or two of it. You know, so I couldn't tell you.
Was it like 10? Anybody in the chat, if they can answer me, if you guys know, was it like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the A-Light topic?
I couldn't tell you. Well, if you're asking the people in the chat,
yeah, I'm asking the people in the chat because they said nearly an hour. So Paul, nearly an hour. He talked about that topic, or the show was
not about sugar daddies as a whole, but I guess I don't know.
Wow, this one says over an hour. Good, because I can stream it. Good.
There was a part where they talked about me and Angel. I don't know. I guess A-Light must have brought us up again. I didn't watch it. But I just clicked through it and I landed on a part where the host, Tom Levecki, was discussing me. And it didn't seem like he was bad-mouthing me, but because I had some interactions with him in 2018. Long story short, I should even say that. He had a podcast and he had A-Light on. I don't remember how this all played out. Maybe I told him that A-Light's a liar or something, and then he had me on. And then I asked if we could re-record it. And he was a gentleman. He was like, yeah, no problem, whatever, because I just didn't like the way it came out. And we re-recorded it. And I really appreciated that. And I think I wanted to do him a favor back. And he had asked if I could get him into the press screening or something for the Gotti movie, because it was coming out, I don't know, 6 months, 5 months, 8 months, whatever it was. I said, yeah, no problem. I got you. I appreciate what he did for me. And then long story short, he was doing another podcast with A-Light. I was like, dude, you're putting these lies out there. What are you doing, bro? It's like, don't you admitted it's all lies, you know? And then and then after that, it was just like, dude, I'm supposed to get you into the Gotti, the press screening now. Like, I would have looked out for you, but it was just, I would have made sure you had a good seat and everything. I really appreciated it, what he did. But no, and then it was just.
Oh, you know what it is? What? He walks in the courtroom, cool and slow. Who calls the prosecutor daddy-o? Johnny A-Lato. Why is Angel Gotti always picking on me? He's just they are the ultimate victims, man.
Yeah, and this guy Panisi, I don't know what his end goal is or what, but he says that he was like in John Jr.'s crew. No, he wasn't. John said they met like once in the 80s or whatever. He's younger than John. It just like. He wasn't like in his crew. He's not on the surveillance at the club like that or any of that. So I don't know what his game is, but he knows A-Light's a fraud. That much I can tell you. So,
but he's just going. Well, he's just going along with A-Light because if he goes against A-Light, he can't be on all these podcasts and things like that.
I believe there's a little more to it. I believe there's a little more to it that I don't want to put out at this time. But again, I didn't hear the whole show, so I don't know if he's vouching for A-Light stories or what. I'm not going to say that, but I could tell you that I know that he knows that A-Light's a fraud because if he didn't become a cooperator until 2018, something like that. That means he was in social clubs and everything while A-Light was going on all these crazy podcasts, and I'm sure everybody around him was telling him this is all fraud. And he's from Howard Beach, Panisi, or Ozone Park. He knows it's all fraud. So,
no,
you know what? Well, that's why people can say what they want about Jimmy Calandra, but at least he told.
Yeah, I do like I said,
the truth about A-Light.
I don't like Jimmy the Helmet. I don't like no info, but at least he had the integrity to say no, that was a lie. That never happened. So I do respect that about him. Yeah. But I still don't like Jimmy the Helmet. Yeah. But I wish more people would not back A-Light's lies, Aleto's bullshit. It's just these people, they should work. He should work for Walt Disney because his storytelling. Well, actually, no, because his storytelling is terrible because he gets caught in all of his lies. I can't see how people can't see this shit. If you go watch his early interviews, everything's different. Yeah. He says no.
If he could have just stuck to the story in that book, it stuck to one story, they probably would have made a movie out of it. Like a Netflix. I could see it like a Netflix, like a TV movie or something, like a $10 million movie about him in Brazil and all these things. Yeah, if he could have stuck to that script of lies, they probably would have caked off. But he's out of his mind.
Do you know this? I don't know it, but wasn't a few years ago A-Light saying he had a movie coming out? A few years ago, he was and there was a clip of him directing some guys in a car or how to say this or that or something. So
that was the documentary, The Perfect Gangster, and they had some reenactments. And what happened there was, I guess he was trying to get the documentary to be all about him and his lies and everything. I thought the documentary was going to be very what's the word?
Shitty,
in his favor,
bias towards bias.
Yeah, not even bias, but just not exploitive. I forget the word, but inflammatory. All out there and with these crazy lies. But it wasn't. They had A-Light's lies in there, but then they actually had people contradicting him a little bit. But it still was mainly about A-Light. But
he's been trying to get a movie, right? He's been trying that, and then they're turning him down because these producers and stuff ain't stupid. Just like George Anesthesia, what's his name calls him? Anesthesia knows what happened, but he can't come out and admit he made a mistake because it's going to hurt his credibility on all his other books.
Oh, he's done because it's a blatant fraud. It's not like he got conned by A-Light. No, he knew it was all bullshit, and he went. Well,
he said that he goes, I didn't check out the Brazil stuff. He said that, and he should have.
We did
because yes, exactly. I watched the Witsec Mafia thing on the A-Light Facts, and it literally said. John Gotti said that I paid $5,000 for a private investigator, and they talked to his cellmates, and there was no gladiatorial combat. They didn't hold him up like Rocky, and they were all chanting his name. It was all bullshit.
I think it was about 7,000, maybe a little bit more, about $7,000, and it was a lawyer and a private investigator in Brazil, and they got the extradition files, the prison files, which Anastasia could have got for free from A-Light himself. He could have just given it to him, or he could use his FBI connects, whatever, to get all that stuff for free. And they found the prison guard down, the prison guard down there who comes up in the files because he punched A-Light in the face and knocked his tooth out or something. Right?
Yeah, that's the West Virginia picture.
No, in their book though, in their book, what happened was. You have to look it up. I don't remember. I think they were going to rape his cellmate, the prison guards, or whatever, and A-Light saved the cellmate. And A-Light got butted in the face by a rifle butt, like hit in the face with it, and knocked his teeth out. And in the fight that ensued, he took a rifle from one of the other guards, and he wouldn't give it back. And it was like a standoff in the cells or whatever on the tier. And then, long story short, I interviewed A-Light's cellmate extensively. We became like friends. And he said, he's like, first of all, what prison do you know where they have rifles like on the tier? Like, because what if one of the inmates does get it? You will have a standoff. Like, it's like, first of all, but he said, he said all this shit about this gladiator fights, this horrible prison. He's like, none of that shit was true. Are there bad prisons in Brazil? Yeah, they're out there. Not that one at that time. He said it was actually a really easy time. And it was just like, we had barbecues, and then like there were prostitutes that came in. We had video games, we had sushi, McDonald's. He's like, what is this guy talking about? I was there. It was not like that. So,
and would you agree with me on this one? In a Brazilian prison, if you did that, the gods would beat the fuck out of you and kill you.
It may be, especially if you're a foreigner. And just
that's what I'm saying. An American.
What is the FBI going to investigate? What happened?
Yes, a guy in New York. Thanks, Rage and Fire, for subscribing. Rage and Fire is a buddy of mine from the Durkee community. But you're right. If he did that to one of those, they would have killed that gringo American. Yeah. They would have beat him to death.
And it was in the file because he filed a charge, like a complaint against the guard. So he basically pressed charges on the guard, But it was, and I also interviewed somebody else from the U.S., Jimmy Catacamo, who went down there to visit him in Brazil, right? Because at the time they were still friends. Then he got indicted in 2008 also based on A-Light's lies. And also Marcos, his cellmate, had done time in the U.S. before he got deported. I think it was in Allenwood for like something with stolen checks or something like that. And he was in a low in the U.S. And he compared the joint where they were at in Brazil to a low in the U.S., which is what Jimmy also said, that it was like a low. Was it dirty? Was it a filthy place? Yeah, it was dirty. But it was like lax. It was like he went around the other side of the glass to hang out. You know what I mean? It was just like they were chilling. It was just when he went to visit him. It wasn't
what he made. It
was easy time
to be gladiator fights.
Yeah, like pulling knives out of his ass. Yeah.
He said he put a 13-inch knife in his rear end. and fought a god, and he was going to stab the gods.
He killed one of the orderlies or somebody. Yeah,
it was like Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise jumps out of a plane, lands on the train, punches a way through it, ninja kicks it. He's insane, that guy.
And left all this out of his testimony, out of his debriefings. It's not in his 302s. This just came up, in that book. Oh, would you forget to mention all that? He would have been cross-examined over, wait, you killed people in Brazil? Oh, we want to know more, We want to know more. Who'd you kill? Why? How'd that happen? He would have been cross-examined. So, it never happened.
That's a great fucking point right there. Exactly. They would have. Yeah, I don't know how these people can, because you can look it up yourself and see that just common sense, just knowing Brazil and the prisons down there. You'd think those Brazilian gods are going to let some American New York guy abuse them.
They would have butchered him, because it's like, especially if he took a rifle. I mean, I don't want to say they would have killed him, but if they had killed him, whatever, it's like, is the FBI going to go to Brazil to investigate some scumbag who got murdered? Nobody would have cared,
No, not at all. No, they would have just said someone killed him. You know what I mean?
An inmate did it or whatever, and nobody would have cared.
And I try to tell these A-Light simps in my when they come in my comments, and I even stop just even sending big messages back to them, because they don't give a fuck. It's probably just a couple of his little simps that are doing it. Look into this stuff, people. Realize the guy's full of shit, man.
The Marcos, his cellmate in Brazil, A-Light lied in his book that he saved him from getting raped by the prison guards. Then when he realized, because A-Light was looking for him for years, he couldn't find him, and then when he realized I was in touch with him, because long story short, he put on Facebook, he changed the story. He saved him from getting raped by a prison gang. The story changed.
Really, I didn't know that.
So what A-Light was trying to do was, he was a confidential informant in the U.S., but they told him in 2003, if you don't testify publicly, we're going to indict you, right? So he knew an indictment was coming. He didn't want to be known as a rat. He hates being known as a rat. He hates it, right? long story short, he flees the country, but he wasn't really hiding. Like, he wasn't like on the run with 8 passports, like him and Anastasia say. No, he was in Brazil. People knew where he was. Like, he testified that they found him because he used the same internet cafe for like 10 months or something like that to email people back home. He wasn't hiding. They knew where he was. But he was trying to beat.
Sorry to cut you off, but don't remind me to ask you about the phone call on the Colada show. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, I'm writing it down. I have a pad here. Phone call, Colada.
Because he was a rat from the 90s, but sorry to cut you off. Go on.
I was with him once in person at an event in Vegas, but like I felt like I didn't go up to him and say hello. I was just like, but he was there. So I wasn't with him. He was there. But anyway, he looked bad. He had like wires coming out of his nose, like he was on like a breathing, like he had a tank with him. He looked fucked up, that guy. But
wow.
Anyway, so what A-Light was trying to do is he was down there in Brazil, and he was trying to beat extradition because he knew an indictment was coming or whatever. So he was like trying to buy some property down there and get a girl pregnant and get married in Brazil. That was his plan.
Well, that's what. All right, that's what the guy Johnny Hollywood tried to do.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but you mean from Alpha Dog, that movie?
Yes.
Okay, that was a good movie. So A-Light was down there and he got arrested by Interpol. He's in jail, and the guy that was going to help him buy property was his cellmate Marcos. And then, long story short, A-Light says that Marcos robbed him for like 500,000. The number kept changing. I think at trial it was like 500 or 550, and then it was in interviews it was like 750. But yeah, they had money sent to Brazil. His family, they mortgaged the house or something like that. And apparently, he claims that Marcos robbed him. Marcos told me he didn't. What I told Marcos was, if you did, you're kind of like a national hero for getting over on him, you know? And he would laugh when we would say that. He would laugh. But A-Light for years was trying to find him, filed like a lawsuit against this guy in Brazil. He couldn't find him. When he found out that I was in contact with him after literally years of trying to find him, he wasn't happy. So.
Oh, he must have been scared. Hey, know what I want to ask you? Now, when you called in the Colada show, I thought it was great. I was loving that when you played the audio, but he kept talking over you and cutting you off. That audio, he was a rat. What, in the early 90s? Explain that to me, please.
Oh, you're talking about somebody else. I thought you were Frank Colada, the guy from Casino. No, the guy you're talking about. Yeah. A-Light was a cooperator since at least 1991. But he never admitted it, and the feds never admitted it. What the belief is that before the indictments came down in 2008, that they shredded their notes of his meetings, of his debriefings, right? Because he admitted at trial he was meeting with FBI agents in the 90s. He admitted it, but he never said he was an informant. And one of his handlers was Dave Gentile. He said in an interview, he testified. Dave Gentile was one of his handlers. He was a Philadelphia-based agent, but A-Light was living in South Jersey, so it's like the same territory. And A-Light testified that they met in 1999 or 2000. In his book, he said in 2002, like shortly before he went on the run. But in an unguarded moment, he said they met in the early 90s. And it was just, and that's the audio that I played. But
how'd you get that audio? Who was he talking to?
Some host, a guy. I didn't want to mention his name.
All right, gotcha.
But like some guy. But it was just.
He was so scared when you were playing that audio. Did you see how nervous he was when you went back and watched it, fidgeting, and he was nervous?
I didn't go back. No, I was unhappy with myself. I wish I'd played that interview a little bit differently, but I was getting a little worked up. They wouldn't let me. No, they wouldn't let me talk. It was just like they wouldn't let me talk, and then they were talking over me. I was like, "The fuck is this?" Because the guy was supposed to give us equal time, whatever.
Yeah, they were drowning you out. Because he broke up because his own voice is saying that he met the agent in 1991 or 92. Like you could hear John Elite's own voice saying that, and like that's not you making that up. That's Elite's voice, and you can hear it.
Yeah. So So he admitted at trial that under cross-examination that he was meeting agents in the 90s. But he was like, no, we were just friends or whatever. I just knew them from the neighborhood. Like, no, dude, you were an informant.
Yeah, you just don't know an agent from the neighborhood.
No, but the thing was, they had no notes of their debriefings with him, their meetings. And if it was just a friendly meeting, you just knew the guy from the area, whatever, they still would have written a report. It would have been in the Gambino file. Yeah, we ran into this guy because if you were surveilled, if there was like a surveillance going on and they photographed an agent meeting with him and the agent didn't report it, they're going to think the agent's compromised. Like, oh, well, he didn't report that he met with this fucking criminal or whatever because he was a criminal. So the people are going to assume that, he was the agents are compromised. And it wasn't just one agent; it was multiple agents. I think it was like 3 or 4 different agents he acknowledged that he was meeting with. He also acknowledged that in 1999 he told the FBI that he'll tell them what they want to know about John Gotti Jr. and Ronnie Trucchio and these guys and Joe O'Kane and Vito Guzzo. He just didn't want to testify, but he wasn't an informant. What?
It sounds like an informant to me.
No, he testified at a grand jury in May '99 that got Joe O'Kane indicted in June '99. Well, no, he was getting indicted anyway, but one of the counts in the indictment came from John Alite. And what else did this guy? Because
didn't he say he only ratted in 2007 or something? That's what he claims. But it's really bullshit. In the early. This guy, and it's easy to put all these pieces together if they do it. That's why I don't understand these fucking idiots who put them on their shows and don't challenge them on nothing.
Yeah, we know since at least like '91 about November '91, but it was probably at least several years before that, or who knows exactly when, because he had probation on a whole bunch of cases that he didn't go to jail for, like gun charges and stuff like that. And so who knows when exactly, but at least since '91.
Yeah, I thought that was really good when you played it. I know you didn't love. I thought you did a good job. Yeah, they drowned you out and all that stuff, but I understood. I was gonna go down there. I was gonna go down there and do it in person. Really? It was just like. Oh yeah, that's right. I think they alluded to that on there.
Yeah, the host said that because the guy Alite said he would like strangle me or something. And the guy was like, he was willing to come down here in person. He's like, I would have strangled some shit like that.
Yeah, he was.
But it was like short term notice. It was I only had like 2 days before or whatever, so I couldn't get down there. But I should have went in person anyway. So that would have been fun if I just walked in the room like, hey, buddy.
Oh, he would have started sweating immediately because they couldn't silence you then. Then you can throw out all these facts,
Yeah, that would have been a whole fiasco. That would have been priceless.
That would have been good. He would have probably tried to stop it, but trying to like scare the host. Oh no, I'll fight with that guy, so the host doesn't let it happen.
Yeah. Oh my god!
What a sick unit, man! That guy's fucking whacked. He's a sick prick.
There's so much stuff. It's like
the never-ending story. Like he's riding that dog.
There's. I'm telling you, there's so much material we never even released. It's overwhelming.
You guys
like he said,
gotta do it though. You guys gotta release that stuff, man, at some point, or that stuff's got to be released because this guy can't rewrite history. He can't, rewrite history and just go on bullshit and defaming people. He can't. People have got to put that info out there.
He says about me, he's like, oh yeah, they're obsessed with me. Obsessed. I don't even really want to think about this guy, but people keep coming to us with information. It's like a running joke over here. Like once a month, who's going to reach out this month with some crazy story about this guy? Because it's on average about every 4 weeks, sometimes like 6 weeks, sometimes like every 2 weeks. On average, about 4 weeks, that some new person comes forward that they got screwed by this guy. That he tried to terrorize them, or sometimes it's people. There were other degenerates that just they kind of like deserved it. But it's always just on average every 4 weeks, it's a new person that reaches out with some story about God knows what, and sometimes it's heartbreaking. It's like somebody that really got hurt by this guy. Like that's pretty fucked up. But
yeah, he's just somebody that will step over anybody. Look what he did to his own brother, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Well, listen, we've been going for like almost 3 hours here. I don't want it to hit the 3 hour mark because. I don't think anybody's going to listen to this whole thing, but hey, dude, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah,
thank you for doing the show because you got a good thing going over here. So I hope I hope it turns into a profitable thing, and you take it.
Well, as long as my main thing is, long as I can expose some of these lies and shit, I'm happy. And hey, if I can, and if someone says a super chat in the meantime, no problem. You know what I mean? But my main goal is to expose these filthy, dirty, rat cocksucking bastards, because I think they should all burn in fucking hell, because they destroy families, they take fathers away from their children. These are dirty motherfuckers. These are dirty people. I fucking hate them.
Is that the line from The Departed? The dirty, dirty people.
Yeah, they are. They're dirty. They really are. They have no. Oh, I don't like them at all. But thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna shut this thing down right here. Hey, guys in the chat, thanks for watching the show. I really appreciate it. God bless you all. I'll do a show on that thing tomorrow. I'll cover that the bad incident or whatever. So God bless you, man.